everybody. This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here with the Whether You Like It or Not reality and gossip blog. Not blog, damn, panel. Okay, we got our favorite news reporter here, Jamie. That's me in the building with her reporter hat and reporter glasses and her reporter wig. There she is. There she is. We got our boy Josiah's World TV reporting live from his job. Shout out to Josiah for being very dedicated to the panel from even doing it from his job. Okay, we got your real, your favorite Capricorn. He's in the building, straight out of Chicago. Yeah, he's a Capricorn, unfortunately. Yeah. Um, we got Terrence from Virginia. Pisces, unfortunately. So yeah, whatever. He's in the building as well. We got DC Dixon in the building. I'm hailing all the way from Texas in the building, and we have Buddy Blue, your favorite New Orleans person, all the way from Bourbon Street. Yeah. Um, by the way, Jaylee will be on her way soon. She's just now getting off of work, so she's going to be just a little bit late to the panel, but she will be here. Before we get into the show, Alex, if you guys didn't know, I saw you guys have been hoping and praying that he would be up here, but he cannot be up here because he is in the hospital right now. So we're gonna, give our prayers out to our dear friend Alex, you guys. Hoping and praying that he's okay. JB just got here. And there's Jay Lee's corner, straight from the D. It's so cold in D. How the fuck is the peace?
Okay, listen.
But yeah, we all in the building and we're ready to talk. And what our dear friend Terrence would say, we ready to gag up in this bitch. So we're gonna start off with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That's a show that I do not watch, but everybody else up here watches it. So I'm gonna allow them to give their commentary on what's been going on with the show. So those
I
of you
don't
that
watch it
watch it,
either.
go ahead and speak.
Same. I haven't seen
That's
the
me and
past few
JD. We don't
episodes.
watch it. So okay. So who else?
I mean, I watch it.
Who else watches it
I
up here?
watch it.
I guess it's Bud.
I watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, well y'all go ahead. Okay, so y'all go ahead then. I ain't saying shit. Go ahead.
Okay, really small. Really small. I hate Whitney's dad's hair. Even
Yes.
though it's somewhat similar to mine right now. I still hate it. And I want it to stop. I don't know whether it's a wig. I don't know whether he colored his hair. All I know is it makes him look sicklier in the face to have hair that black. So
Yeah.
I wish somebody would help him.
Absolutely.
Put that out. And then Jen. Is somebody gonna put her in a hospital eventually? Like
Girl.
her and Mary are both crazy. Grey Gordon's crazy, as Alex would say. Like gonna, find them buried under clothes or alcohol one day. I don't know. But Jen, yeah, she's so not likable. And then her face. And Heather's cool, but sometimes I feel like she fetishizes black people. Like, why were you so upset that Big Easy didn't drink? Like, he obviously doesn't drink. Okay, you don't know what that man's life has been like. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was aggravating. I don't know what, the situation. Lisa works on my nerves. I don't even like the way Lisa talks anymore. In the confessionals, like, oh my God, I'm so much better than everybody else right now except for Meredith, and that's because I love her. So that's obnoxious. I think her husband's gonna either leave her or cheat on her eventually. If he hasn't already.
Bondi, what episode is it on now?
Oh, this is episode, what is it, y'all?
11.
I have the notes from the episode, but I don't have the notes.
11.
I watched the first 2 episodes. It's the same thing. Ain't nothing changed since episode 1. I only watched episode 1. And I feel like all the stuff Bondi just said, I'm like, Oh, they
yeah,
still the
those are
same?
constant
No,
themes.
it
What
gets
I
Okay.
a little
do
better.
think though is that Whitney actually confronted Jen and said that, okay, so Mary told me that Lisa and Meredith told her that all of the girls are scared of you. And they're like, it's not true. We never said. And the only person who I don't think is scared of her is Meredith. That's the only person who I think really don't give a shit. I think Lisa's scared of Jen. I think Whitney, obviously. Heather, obviously. Like, Heather is like, I care more about being your friend than being right. I'm like, bitch, you're an adult. Why do you care more about being her friend? She's a crazy bitch that wants you to be like her little minion. Like, when you can buy and sell her. Like, no. And I don't mean that in the white people way. I meant that in the, Heather's like really, 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 really rich. So it's a good show.
Yeah, it is a good show. I have to agree. You basically ran everything down. And you mentioned like Heather, bound down to Jen. And I'm like, Jen really is crazy because it was apparent to me that she wasn't going to be Heather's friend until Heather stroked her ego. So as soon as Heather was like, oh, it's because I think you want to be friends with them more than me, then Jen was like, okay, we're cool. So yeah, and I think she's a damn fool because whenever they first came on the show, wasn't it clear that Heather and Whitney were cousins? Because now they saying they just friends. I think when they first came on, they said they were cousins, and now you letting Jen talk crazy about your cousin. So that's that. What else? Somebody popped in my comments calling Jen Jigsaw, and I just want to say thank you for that. Because that's what I was trying to think of. I asked y'all a couple weeks ago what movie had the mask, and it was Jigsaw. So thank y'all for that. But other than that, Salt Lake City is picking up. I mean, y'all should watch it if y'all haven't. So yeah.
I'm gonna watch next week's episode when they go to Las Vegas.
Well, they're already there.
Oh,
they there. Can everybody hear me clearly? Am I breaking up to anybody?
Let's wait and see. You got to keep talking now.
Oh, okay. See, I think it's because I'll be roasting and reading, and I'm not going to do that this time. So all I got to say about it is Jen and her third grade art project on mad face looking at ass and rotten. That's all I got to say.
I am laughing right now because he just straight up lied and said he wasn't gonna roast the gag, and as soon as he tried to roast the gag, they came and sashed his damn vocals. This is hilarious.
Well, even though I don't watch the show, I watch Bondi reviews, I watch Alex reviews, and I'm always seeing the from who the OMG are always posting like little clips or whatever. I do think the show was interesting. I just haven't watched it since episode 1, so I don't have time to get caught up. But I still feel like John Face is a Jigsaw killer's face. I do feel like Lisa's a bitch and no one likes her, but she don't care anymore. And then I like Heather, the two cousins. I like them too. They're a weird dynamic, but for some reason I like them together. I feel like if Heather, who was the one that had the facial clinic, I don't know if that's her or whatever, I think if she grew more of a backbone, she could be a boss ass bitch because she has that in her. It's like, I think because her husband and the marriage didn't work out, she's a little bit like lagging in the faith in herself. And so she kind of like wants to be Lisa's friend. I think Meredith and Lisa are the same person. And I don't know why they both on the show. I can't tell them apart.
They're really not. Once you get into it, you really realize how much Meredith doesn't give a shit in comparison to like everybody else. It's hilarious to me.
Because I think Lisa really gives a fuck. I feel like Lisa wants to be the head of, and I only watch episode 1 of Bonnie's reviews now, so don't get me wrong. But again, I feel like Lisa to me always seemed like she wanted to be the top bitch. Yeah. Jen also wants to be the top person, but Jen, I do see crazy teeth from her. From the moment she had them strap-on heels in the snow, I'm like, girl, I'm from Michigan. You don't wear heels in the snow, honey. You have some cute snow boots to wear in the snow. And when I seen her in them heels, her toes was out, I was like, bitch, why? So I've always felt a little bit cuckoo-cuckoo from her. And
Not cuckoo shoe.
honey cuckoo shoe. And I think her husband can kind of calm her down. But I'm like, does no one realize she crazy, or do we see it and they don't care? Because I noticed it from episode 1. I assume she got better, but I guess she hasn't. But I mean, I think the show was good. I wish I would have kept up with it, but again, episodes 1 was kind of boring. I think I may have watched episode 2, and I was like, I ain't like it, but I'm like, I keep hearing good things, so that's what I can say. Because again, I watch body reviews, I don't watch it myself.
And I just want to say that I met Jen when I went to see my homegirl in Utah. She's Jen hairstylist, and this woman is real life crazy. It's not an act for reality TV. I remember, oh my God, like we did like a little kickback. Do y'all know that she was up to 5 a.m. playing beer pong?
What's her face look like in person?
I said, oh, Jen, she was loud. They called me a party pooper because I went to bed early. But
you saw her before or after surgery?
You said what?
You saw her before or after surgery? Because I think she looked like something that's before.
Right.
Like, when did you see Jen? Because her face look hard now. Her face looks stone like no tea, no shade. It looked like you know what I'm saying, like a little square stone. Little square stone. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. I just wonder, was it before or after surgery?
Yeah, but Bondi, you did make a point whenever you said that Meredith and Lisa are different. Because at first I thought they were the same, but it wasn't until this last episode whenever Meredith kind of took some of the heat off of Whitney and basically was like, I know Jen was talking shit. And that's when I was like, okay.
Yeah, me too.
Respect you, Meredith.
Yeah, because Lisa was really trying to make her get into this mind to gang up on Whitney because Lisa is like jealous of Whitney. I don't know what the issue is. Maybe it's because Whitney's young. You know, Whitney kind of seems to enjoy her life a little bit more. Yeah. And also Lisa makes kids. If she could, she would have her kids in the sweatshop or some shit, making her money. Like that's another thing. Like every time you turn around, she's trying to get them kids to open another business. And I'm just kind of like, are you a drug dealer or some shit like that? And you need a front. Like every time I turn around, she's trying to start a new business. It's really annoying. Like I get it, it's great, but ultimately, like it gives I'm trying to create a business front teeth. Yeah. And I like the fact that Meredith was like, I want to get to the bottom of this talking shit. Like, because I think she noticed that Jen didn't turn up until Whitney brought that up at Sharif's party. Yes. That Jen was the one going around saying shit about their marriage, which she absolutely was. And then acted like somebody did something to her. That's the thing that killed me about Jen. Like, bitch, you've been really down bad. Meredith has done nothing to you. And you've literally gone around insinuating to everybody who will listen that she is cheating on her husband, who she's trying to work shit out with. So, like, that to me, that's real messed up because it'd be hard when you're trying to work shit out and having outside sources trying to, like, mess your shit up because they jealous and they got crazy shit going on in their head. And Sharif is probably feels indebted to her for some reason. I don't know why. That's why he hasn't left her yet. But you can't convince me that Sharif wants to be with Jen.
She too much.
Hello.
She is too much.
Can y'all hear me now?
She's a weirdo. Yeah.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Well, see, that's because I got Trade over here and y'all know me. So that's why I ain't got my camera on. I'll wait till we get off.
Oh my God, not Trade on the live.
You multitasking out the frame of the camera. Like,
it's business. What is he doing?
I'm nosy. I want to see Trade.
See what I'm saying? No, but all I said was seriously, y'all.
You gotta stop fucking people, man. See,
that's what it is, BB. All right, see what I'm saying? Y'all done got it out of me. All right, the pick is slim. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. All right,
just a whore, just a whore.
Like I said, and her great art project gone mad face ass can go to hell. All right, I don't see it for Jen. I tried to, but I can't. I don't like her. She's not a likable person. I'm sorry. I still feel like her husband got another wife and his real family on the other side of town somewhere, and that's why he always goes and gets his escapes. I don't blame him. I don't know what kind of marriage that they in where neither one of them tell each other how they really feel. Like, what type of man? Like, I'm still not over that part.
Is she really that bad at this point? Because I know when the show first
Yes,
started, I know when I
yes,
was watching
she's worse.
it, most of us
She's
liked
worse.
her.
She's worse. She's worse. Oh, dear God in
You
heaven,
would be
Lord bless.
dragging her by her teeth by now, just so you know.
Right.
Yeah,
and then
you
the other
would.
crazy thing is that her dad died and Sharif didn't go to the funeral. So Terrence, I
That's
swear,
what I'm saying.
as many times as you have said that Sharif got a whole other family, like at first I was like, man, you tripping, like whatever. But now that I watch every single episode, that is in the back of my head all the time because I'm like, okay, it's adding
Why
up.
didn't he go to his wife daddy funeral? I mean, did his family
Because
die? And
he
he what?
claimed he was
What was
busy
the
with
reason?
football.
I
He
think
said he was
he
busy
had to
with
work.
football. He was traveling for football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get no bereavement days in football. I've seen
That's
many
that.
football players take days off for people who don't even matter funeral. You can get there, not for your wife, not your wife daddy. Was it a
Right.
birth daddy? Was it a
I
step
think it
daddy?
was
Was it a dad?
yes.
What kind of daddy
I
was
think
it?
it's because he knew she would like die
Yeah, what
off
kind
the
of
deep
daddy?
end, and he didn't even want to
Oh,
be there to deal with that. I
yes,
think he
Bonnie.
often allows for their son, to their oldest son and the middle son, to
Oh,
like take care of her when she's tripping out. So
Yep.
because like that's what happened at the party. Sharif
At the
was like,
bowling
take
alley.
your
Yeah.
mama home, and he went back inside
oh,
and she
so
didn't even go
Sharif
there.
ain't shit. So he wait, is he not shit? Or do y'all think she's been so bad over the years, he don't mind putting that on his sons to do, which to me makes him a bad father because you should never make your kids be responsible for their mama when you they daddy. Like, I think if you
True.
there and y'all married, you should be the one to make sure to not even include your kids in their mama bullshit. Like, if they mama crazy, they really
I
shouldn't be
don't think they have a
involved to that
choice.
degree.
No, they don't.
I don't
Nobody
think
has
they
a
have
Really?
a
choice.
choice in the
So,
matter.
so yeah, what y'all telling me is
Jay
I have to watch
Lee,
the show.
You have to
That's
watch
what.
Jay
That's
Lee, it's like I told you,
Tell me and you
girl,
both.
that man got his real family, his real wife around on the other side of town, and that's who he really gives a flying fuck about. Y'all gonna
But
listen to
even
me
if he
one
has
day.
a,
I keep trying to tell
because
y'all,
even
y'all
if
don't want to
that
listen.
man has a no, even if that man has a whole real family, a whole real wife with a real face, he still got that lady on
Not
TV
a
as
real
his
face.
TV wife, and
Yeah.
then that's who he needs to address. I feel like even if you're a cheating ass husband, you have to still be held accountable for both families. Okay, you can't abandon if you have two families, be two fathers, be two husbands. Don't be
Nah,
one and
I
one. So
definitely
be
think
two
he
and
looks
two.
for a reason to run from her.
Okay.
And I don't think that Meredith and Lisa are scared. I think they feel the same way about Jen that everybody else does, hence the same way that Sharif does. I think everybody just kind of want to wash their hands with Jen and they pick their battles because they don't have the patience for her at all. So I don't think they're
But
scared.
it
I think
pissed me
everybody just how
off.
she feels.
But it pissed me off how Meredith and Lisa has yet to go to Mary and call her out on her fuck shit too. I'm like, you got Mary walking around here giving Whitney all kind of seeds. Then you got Jen over here telling all of your damn business, which I'm not gonna lie, I do believe some of it is true. I mean, it's really no shade,
Yeah.
Meredith, but you know, at the end of the day, it still won't none of Jen, but like, and Jen is very manipulative. Like, I didn't like how she took Heather off to buy them crusty ass shoes solely that she could get her on her side. I didn't like that shit. Like that manipulative shit. I'm not here for that.
I gotta
Them
watch the
shoes
show
wasn't
now because
needed because her ass
y'all making it
almost
sound
fell
I
real
off.
gotta play
good.
catch up.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Like,
getting
girl,
on
you a
past.
drunken mess. You fell all off the damn bar top. Like, girl, Heather
That
had
shit
to
was
catch
so
No,
funny.
it
She
was.
thought she was J-Lo, and her ass almost cracked her skull falling off that bar. Sit your ass
Yeah.
down while you standing on them people's
Girl,
bar.
get your life in order, child.
Yeah.
But you
Your
couldn't
kids
know
don't
Mary
even look
was
like
kind of
you
had
did all
some
that shit
screws
to your face.
missing.
Child,
Yeah,
please.
how's grandfather fucker doing? Is she okay? Is she
She
still with her
hasn't really
grandfather?
been
Child,
on the show except for in her closet. And
Yeah.
we just determined
right,
that she's a hoarder, a high-end hoarder, like Niecy says.
right.
And
And
that's
a low
about
end
it.
one. And a
Because
low
she's
end one too.
unhappy. She's unhappy. And she thinks that Birkin bags and Gucci clothes and shit like that is gonna compensate for it, but it don't.
I
She's
mean,
feeling
it's not
guilty
much
about
you can
something.
do. You fucking. I feel like her grandmother when your grandmother makes you marry your grandfather, you gonna get some vices. Her vice and shopping. I mean, I feel like she's earned it. She's fucking her grandfather. I don't care if that's not her birth grandfather. That man married your grandmama.
That's
That was
true.
her grandfather. I feel like she has the right to have vices based on fucking her grandfather. She could say all she
Well, yeah,
want, that she
you
prayed to
married your
Jesus, and
grandfather.
Jesus said, let me fix it. And Jesus said,
Yeah,
it's okay now. I feel like, no, ma'am,
yeah,
you are with that man. I mean, when is he gonna? Is he? Because he old, right? Like, is he gonna die soon? I feel like how
yeah.
long
About to
does
die.
she have to? Just like how long
You
is she
married your
gonna be?
grandfather. You had a
Like when can she
grandchild.
leave him?
Lord have mercy, Jesus, that poor boy. They didn't even think about his poor feelings. Now he getting picked on at school. Cause I know everybody at school talk about, you nasty. I ain't coming to your house. Y'all got food.
Right.
What type of sacrilegious shit y'all got going on down to y'all house?
I think
Like
in Utah they
nobody
all
thought
nasty.
about that beforehand.
I think Utah is a different state because they
Oh,
have
God.
polygamy there. So I don't feel like here may be different because we like that's nasty. But I think in Utah with Mormons and polygamy, that may be more understood there. So they may not be nobody teasing them. But however, we gonna tease his mama for fucking a grandfather. I just think
Right.
ain't no point in doing like I'm like, when can she leave him? Like at what point is grandma's death, has went away so far that I can divorce her ex-husband? I would not want to forever be married to this man based on my grandmother wanting me to inherit the family fortune or whatever, because that's nasty.
Yeah. She left
I'm
you
like,
her fortune and her man. No, God, girl. Ooh.
Which that might be a lie. Y'all know Mary's niece was on YouTube trying to spill the tea saying there was no will. I don't even think they said that the grandmother's death
Listen,
was
I already
unexpected.
felt like it was something suspicious going on because the tea is that man was about to go to jail for forging the dead woman's name on titles and deeds.
Oh.
He was already getting looked at for that way back in 2005. So I've been felt like it was something weird that look, allegedly, Lord, you're not this guy. Listen, whatever comes out of my mouth is giving you the real tease feelings. Don't come fucking with Scott. All right, allegedly.
Please.
But this is how I feel. I feel like there's truth to it. I do. I just don't feel like that woman would leave all of that and her man to you, girl. Like
And then
either way it goes, somebody crazy.
She don't
But
have
can
to
we
marry
just
the man to
say?
have all the stuff.
But can I just say that Jay Lee has really killed me because it's the more she keeps reiterating. But you fucking your grandfather. You fucking your grandfather. After every sentence, you fucking your grandfather. You fucking your grandfather. Can we just acknowledge that?
I mean, but she is. That's what she do. Because it's one thing. It's one thing if your grandmama liked some man before she died. He was a young man and she liked him, and when grandma died, you took a hold of that penis. But I feel like if that man married your grandmama, that should forever be your grandma penis. Like I don't want not their penis. My mama, my grandmama. I don't want to share penis with anyone that's in my bloodline. Or even if I don't do that, I don't want to share. So I feel like what happened, but Utah different. The Mormon people is different. They don't mind sharing and caring, passing along pain, and that ain't what I want to do. And I'm like, at what point can Mary be set free and no longer have to be married to her grandma husband? That wasn't even like an ex, like that was her grandmama's current husband before she died. Like an ex-husband, okay, you want to say that, whatever. Grandma didn't like it no more, but I'm like, grandma love that man still. That's nasty.
Right. Like, girl, I don't even want to share my hot Cheetos with you. Yet alone my man, my dick, his balls, or anything else that deal with him. Girl, go get your life some damn well, Mary.
Well, like you said, it's a different breed out there in Utah for sure. I mean, you got all different types of weird stuff going on. So, hell, you never know.
Well, before we move along, Yorel said that he wanted to say something before we moved on to the next show. So, what is it that you want to say, Yorel?
So what I wanted to say is for the announcements. Part one of the announcements was talking about Salt Lake City. We want to thank the choir. They came down the aisle singing "We've Come This Far by Shade," leading on the Lord. So we want to thank the choir for that. Thank you. Praise your holy name to the Lord. We want to thank the Urshas, RR, CCF Freak, Soulful Doll, Michelle's daughter, and Bree Chandria. Thank you for fulfilling your duties. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We want to thank the deacons and the motherboard. We want to thank the first lady giving you the real tea and the head of this house, which is Scotty Still Standing, aka Scotty by Nature TV. Thank you, thank you. We also want to say, as you came in, we hope you hit the like button, the doorbell on your way in, as the urge has guided you to your seat. And we want you to consider being a member. All you have to do is just click that subscribe button, and also consider clicking the subscribe button for all of the other panel members up here. Thank you so much. And yes, back to the head. Thank you.
I just want you to know, y'all got me
Won't you
Rand
do
over
it?
here weak as a bitch at y'all. Like, he is over here gagging at y'all. Y'all are some funny. That's exactly why
Well,
he's showing
we
his
got
face
Nick.
now.
You know what you're doing, bitch. But however, let's talk about growing up hip hop. Not really growing up hip hop. Let's talk about Trump, because that's all the show is about. Trump and them wanting to vote for Trump. That's all the show is about.
I cannot believe that they done dragged this whole Deb, I'm voting for Trump. That was like the whole episode. I'm like, okay, can we come on, move along, move the storyline. We in episode 3, we still talking about this.
Girl, when is Lily coming?
Yeah, like
I want to see what Lily and her daughter got going on. Fuck everybody else.
Right. The only interesting thing was Diamond's story. I'm sorry, Scotty.
To be honest, most of the show is all about Dale and Trump and Bow Wow in this album that no one cares about. This is all this show is about. That's all this show is like. We don't care about Bow Wow in this album. We really don't care about cough drop needing ass Dale voting for Trump. We don't care. Honestly. And the only thing that I really liked about the episode was Johnny Blaze and what she had going on. Other than that, I don't care.
Yeah, that was the only real part. Everything else they could have kept.
Well, I want to say a couple things. So first off, I just want Diamond to do a better job of making sure that all the business is handled up front. Even though I know the split sheet happens toward the end, but make sure you handle your business on the front end, not the back end, so you don't have to throw that ass in the prayer circle. So we need to work on that. Other than that, I just want to say that I want to believe that this whole thing with Dead Badney is nothing but a storyline, though I do think she is that stupid. But even with them sitting at that luncheon, and she said and when she called on Lily, because we all know Lily is a real one, it was a produced scene for me. But she did feel under attack, but you the dumbass that brought this up. And if I'm not mistaken, she is an EP on this show. So, of course, we got to move this along because they did this during quarantine. But I was just so upset when, to quote Alexander Diane with the Plant Rogers, who was not here tonight, we're going to pray for him. But Mr. Deb Atney, let's be all the way clear with this. You not gonna sit here and act like you don't know what the struggle is, and then to say, what has my community done for me? You were an alleged dope dealer, so your community put some funds in your pocket. Your community helped put your son, who I don't know not one of Waka Flocka songs, helped put his ass on the chart somewhat, somehow. Your community helped you have somewhat of a decent career where you can sit here and jump from reality show to reality show because you ain't got no motherfucking talent for us to talk about. If you want to talk about what your community done for you, Mr. Dead Batter, this is what your community did for you. And then to sit here and act like she don't know why black on black violence exists. So we really gonna act like back in slavery days they once sitting here pinning men against each other for funds. We not gonna pretend as if the government wasn't putting drugs and guns into the communities and things of that fucking nature. Like, I want
we
to
not
believe
gonna pretend
that
like she probably wasn't a part of the black on black crime, bitch. Like, don't do me.
Right.
What Bond just said. But I'm just saying, like, but all of this is to me is just produced. But I do feel that she's that dumb. And here's the reality. I'm not gonna. Now, y'all might. I'm not gonna get upset for anybody that votes for who they vote for. Because when I was in the military, there were a lot of people that voted for Trump because he promised that he was going to give us a significant pay raise, which he did. Now, every person that comes into office does give the military a pay raise. Trump did give us a significant one during the time. I'm not going to tell y'all because ain't none of y'all damn business. But if you voted for him for a reason such as that to take care of your own, that's cool. I just don't believe that Deb is in that tax bracket. And she want to say, well, he's a businessman. But didn't this businessman file for bankruptcy? So you want a motherfucker that filed for bankruptcy to run this? You know what? I'm done. I'm going to give it to Bondi. Bondi, go ahead.
Got lawsuits and shit to hear businessman.
Okay,
by leasing his name on buildings that he don't own, but he a businessman. Okay, girl.
Okay, she likes scammers. That's what that's about. Deb, scammer, recognized scammer. This is my whole thing. At the end of the day, when she talked to Tammy at the end of the episode, and Tammy literally knocked down everything that she said, and all she could say was, I still have some truth in it. I don't know what truth you talking about, ma'am. But you are just like the score of other black people that think you have some kinship to Trump, and then he use you and then sell you out down the river. Okay? Like, I don't know what y'all are looking at, but every single one of the black people that attach themselves to him, he left them out to dry. Never did nothing for them. Look at Candace Owens. Was she at the RNC? I didn't see her there.
Right.
I didn't see her there, but they sure do like to put her up there on, the computer screen and take the shit for all of the ignorant shit that they feel, and she's the conduit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Deb is full of shit. I really believe that she believes that, because even she said they know he wasn't no good president. Well, then what the hell are we arguing about here?
Right.
I think what it was though, Bonnie, is I think that some type of agreement was made, because you see that Wayne had an agreement and other people, so I think that she might have made some type of business dealing with him, some type of immunity or something. That's the only thing that
she don't have enough clout for him to do that.
But let's not.
I'm trying to give her something now, Jamie. Can I give her a little bit, Jamie? Just a smidget. Can I give her a little?
Hell no. You want the hell or the no?
No, you cannot. I feel like this. You have to sum it up. Tammy and Walker got their own damn show. Get them to fly fuck off of there. Take Deb's tatted through ass right on over there with them, and let her do that fool-la-la over there and free up some salary and bring in somebody else that's gonna spice up this franchise. There, we done said free up some salary. Get rid of them. They're not bringing anything else. Bring in somebody else.
I think Deb whole thing, Deb don't have nothing going on in life, on the show, in politics. I think nothing. Not saying that she's a nothing ass person. She just has nothing going on. I think Deb, if Deb would have said when Trump was running for president the first time, she followed him, I would have said, okay. At that point, maybe. Because at that point, he hadn't fucked up shit yet. And so he had said some fucked up shit, absolutely. But he hadn't messed up anything as of that point. The fact that, as you saw, he's fucked up everything that could be fucked up. No president has ever fucked up everything that could be fucked up within one presidency. And I'm like, for her to make it seem as if, but I saw him fucking it up from the front. Well, bitch, that's worse. You see what he gonna do to ruin shit. You want to have him do that some more. I'm like, it just makes no sense. And I don't think Deb has any deal with anybody except for illusions that Trump will help her do anything on any day of the week. I think Deb was really delusional, and she's grasping at straws to see what can I do that would have me have a full storyline the whole season that isn't attached to anybody else. Because Tammy and Walker not gonna be on here for a time. Tammy and Walker pop in a little bit here, a little bit there. They not even fully into Deb's bullshit. Deb knew I had to do something to make sure I get screen time this season with no Brandon, with not much Johnny Blaze, with no Walker, with no Tammy, with no Brad. It's COVID. I don't have shit going on. Oh, let me say I support Trump from afar in the pandemic and see how it go. And I can then claim next season I saw the light. She trying to play. You can't play me. So like for me, I just kind of ignore
Right.
it because why
Right.
make we TV feel like, yeah, let's keep Dad. No, ignore Dad. Ignore her and talk
Right.
about everything else.
But see,
But
Dev
I'm
had
asking
also
you
said with
Yeah,
him, what you
because
see is what you get, and was trying to make it seem like he was very upfront. And for those who semi follow what was going on, because she was through by saying she just getting into politics, but we're not gonna touch that. But there was a lot of things that 45 did behind the scenes to make it so that he could pass a lot of different laws and legislates to do the BA that had to be overturned, and a lot of that is being uncovered that he made some side deals to do things like that discriminatory thing where you can discriminate against those of the LGBTQIA plus community, primarily the transsexual women. That's what, or well, men too, but more or less the women. That was
I
something that
just was
he
about
put
to
in.
say,
But
I
what was
forgot about that ban on transgender people in the military that he fixed today. I totally
a,
have forgot about that shit. I was
a
like,
lot.
wow,
But
he
what I'm
went
saying is,
hard.
but he did a lot of shady stuff behind the scenes. But to say that what you see is what you get for somebody that has to go, and it's politics we get, but for someone that to do some backdoor stuff to get things to go through. Now, the beautiful part in this is they found these loopholes that they can go ahead and patch up now. But don't sit here and say that what you see is what you get. Like, you sound
right.
so foolish. And yeah, I just don't see it from Mr. Dad Badly, not Pitt. I'm sorry, Scotty. Go ahead. You want to say something? I apologize. I apologize.
the only thing I say is I'm just with the whole storyline. Anytime you got Bow Wow's mama and Drea kicking at the front about this shit, like who
Right.
gives a fuck about who
Who
she
cares?
voted? Like,
Right.
who cares at this point? Like, I don't give a damn. Like, for real. Like, the people that I really want to see, we ain't seeing them.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
where's Lily? Y'all made this big ass announcement about her being on the show. Where's Lily and her kids? Like,
Right.
I'd rather see them. I don't want to see these ran down people. I could give a fuck about Easy E and his half baked ass daughter. I don't care. Like, bye.
And since you
Child.
brought up Andrea Kelly, because I wasn't gonna bring it, but since you brought up, I'm gonna need now, mind you, I'm gonna give credit because Bonnie did it on her review. I'm gonna give credit to her being a dancer, but other than that, she can just sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Because for her to sit here and ride so hard for motherfucking, granted not from Chicago, but for her to ride so hard for Robert, and if y'all really watch it, she did. But when
Right.
Survivor
I said
Arcade came
that.
out, now you want
I
to sit
said
here and start
that.
crying and everything, but you was on your live saying, "This my baby daddy. I'm gonna play
I
his
said
song because
that.
it brings in money." Like, if she don't go and sit her
Wait,
mother,
wait. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play
I
devil's
said
advocate because
that.
that video of her doing that was old, and I want to point that out because sometimes they'll put up old stuff when they was going through shit. That wasn't a current video because the date on it was from a couple years ago. It was she still supported him, but that wasn't after she was on that. It was, hey, look, it wasn't. It's not saying that she's right in that, but I don't want them like, okay, she was supporting him during that documentary. That was an old video. That was still some bullshit. But again, it was a different time frame. But try to be accurate a little bit to not throw her so much under the bus.
I think it's funny that you want to give Dev Atney a little bit of space, but you don't want to give Andrea Kelly a little bit of space for being married and with a man for all of those years, kids with him and abuse.
No. I don't want to give her any. No. I don't want to
give
give her any
Jay
credit.
Lee. Give Jay Lee because I gave her a little bit. I gave
A
her a
little
little bit.
Munchausen? Can we get a little Munchausen? I'm just saying. I think a lot of people. It was so easy for them to judge her for whatever decisions that she made. When in real life, most people go back and forth with their partner is a bad person or not. Like I'm just saying, nobody like has kids, falls in love with somebody, find out that they out here doing the shit that they doing, and then just detaches automatically. Nobody does that. Just saying. But go on, Yocrates, baby.
But
Listen,
that's why
the
I feel
only
like a
thing
lot of people.
interesting.
A
Go
lot of
ahead,
people had
Jelly.
kind of went after her. I just didn't like how people went after her based on her in the car again before the whole documentary was when that was from. I think people want to blame her a little bit for what he did to her not leaving him soon enough. But let's not forget how many people stayed in his life who wasn't even his wife. So I feel like, and
Who didn't
again, they
even
had
have kids
3 kids.
with him.
Right, she had 3 kids with him. So I feel like her saying, if as we've said, if his song that we've already paid for was on, we're gonna listen to it. But that does not mean we support the things that he did. I don't like when people make it seem as if she, at any point, once she left him and spoke out about him, that she was still riding for him as like a fan or whatever. That part isn't true. Even though she didn't leave stuff again, she still was like, I'm done.
Him? Wasn't she married to him while he was pissing and shitting on all of these young girls? And it's
but at the same time, when she was on Hollywood Divas, she didn't denounce him like that when she was on there.
Listen,
and you not gonna see that make me believe that you didn't know what the fuck he was doing. But what I will say is the only people that could be Ara Di Kelly in the verses is the late great Michael Jackson and Prince. At me.
Listen, I don't care about none of that. I don't stand for Andrea because I still say she was married to that man while he was pissing and shitting on all of them little young girls. I don't see it for her.
But a lot of people are married. A lot of people are married to people who do things wrong. We cannot blame spouses for what they spouse do. A lot of people are married to rapists, murderers, molesters all day up and through. So we can't. Sorry, y'all. We can't always act like.
Like one thing.
Yeah.
I think it's one thing for people to assume she knew. But I think there is an area of time to which there was so much stuff that he was doing to her that she didn't necessarily have time to focus on what he was doing to other people. Like, I got the kids, I get beat up, I get starved, I get locked in a room. And, you know, everybody's supposed to be like, I'm supposed to save the young girls. I couldn't even save myself. Like, the fuck?
And I don't think at any point he was walking the young girl through the house in front of his wife and his kids. I feel like people have to get, when you do dirt, you not doing dirt at your house with your wife. You doing dirt somewhere with your lousy ass friends. And even if she had an idea what was going on, I don't think she was, as Bonnie said, she was even in a mind space to try to save someone else when she could save herself.
Yeah, I agree. But I do remember her saying that she was it her that said that she was at the house at the same time as the other girls, or was it one of the victims?
She was there?
Yeah, it was her.
Yes.
Listen, I get what y'all are saying. I totally get it.
Remember that I said he had her locked in a room.
Right. That was another. She
thing.
never saw
I hear all of that
in different rooms so that they wouldn't be able to, you know, see each other or speak to each other. He was real good about that shit. And I'm sure he had a big house. Like, it's not like it was a house my size where you can hear niggas walking on top of you or something like that. Like, I'm sure R. Kelly had the biggest of mansions. But that's not even.
Listen, I guess
Kelly, I believe, is somewhat problematic. I do feel, because I asked her when I interviewed her one time, so where were you during the Aaliyah situation? Because she was definitely his background dancer during those years. And she talked and went around.
That's a question. That's a valid question.
It never answered the damn question because she wanted us not to ask her about that. And I was like, shit, I bet you the fuck I will. And she talked and never answered the question. So I do often side-eye her, don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to beat her over the head with what Robert did. Because I think so often we do that to women. We still want to blame them somehow for the shit that they men did. And I think he can handle all the blame by himself.
Okay,
I think he can handle it too, but I guess if I got to give it to her, then I guess I got to give it to Sparkle too. Because remember, she said she heard and she was around when a lot of this stuff happened. But because they was friends, she never thought that he would do that to her niece. And I was sitting over here like, bitch, the nerve of you to think that he would give a flying fuck about that little girl being your damn niece. So if I'm going to give it to Andre, I guess I'll give it to her too.
What's wrong with it? I'm going to tell y'all that. I want everybody to stop acting like they thought something was wrong with it back then, because they didn't. Everybody was walking around with their old ass boyfriends and these young ass girls that they was dating. Everybody was doing it. So I don't think people actually thought something was wrong with it until the sex tape started to come out. And it's like, yeah, son, this is like a legally underage girl that you fucking on right here. Versus walking around with girls who may be a little young. We're not exactly sure how young they are. Like that type of stuff.
Well, I just want to say, I'm sorry for bringing it up. My bad, y'all. But what I do want to say is, wait, hold on, damn it. But I will continue to listen to Laundromat that he wrote for Nivea. I'm gonna continue to bump that because that shit go hard. But I'm done. I'm through.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but all I'm saying is, I'm gonna give it to the both of them. In fact, I was weighing the both of them out. I hear what you're saying. I take it into consideration. I'm all down for it. Because I get it, and you are right.
I should have
Fast to this thing. So
I
should have never introduced.
I'm sorry, I told y'all that.
Nah, I hear
I
what you're
should have
saying.
never introduced her
Forever,
to him.
I can't do it forever. I'm sorry.
I should have never introduced her to him. I should have never introduced my family.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm like, you heard the rumors, you heard it, and you thought because y'all were good Jews, he wouldn't do that to her. I get sparkle.
No, I bet you that's not really what it was. I think she thought, he messed with younger, but that's them little fast girls that be running behind him. He ain't gonna mess with my little cousin or my little niece because she not really trying to be with no old man. People really do put girls in boxes. Like, oh, that's some little fast tail girls right there. So they put girls in boxes as to make sense as to why it's okay to victimize them.
Yes.
Okay. So
I wish they would stop doing that.
I say that because I feel like back then it really was like cool for you to have an older boyfriend. Like it really was cool for you to have a man pulling up in a fucking car to a high school to pick you up. Like
yeah, it was.
What Kelly was doing was cool back then. It's not cool, but it was cool back then. I think that's a lot of the reason why people really didn't think that much of it at the time. But then when you put your little niece, or your little cousin into that frame, then it starts to look like, wait a minute. She young. I know she young. So now I got an issue with it. That's not a little thought pocket. Now I got an issue with it. And it's messed up. We should always care about the next child the way we would our own family members because, you never know what men are out here doing. And people just allow men to get away with it because it's not their family, so they don't be worrying about it. That's really how it is. But besides that, what else is going on growing up hip hop? Because
Child nothing, Bow Wow.
I got stuff to say about that.
Yeah, Bow Wow still getting fat. He signed the split sheet, thank God. Teresa and her still living.
So big. I think when he gains weight, he gained weight in his head.
Yeah, child, girl. I wish he gained it in his dick, but that's a whole other story for another day. Girl, let's get
on. It's time for Bill Collective now. We're gonna go ahead and go into Bill Collective now.
Okay, schedule.
Fraud bitch alert.
Yeah,
fraud bitch alert.
Husband. Come on.
Fraud bitch alert. Fraud bitch alert. Fraud bitch alert. Because Morocco,
I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it.
You getting up here with your shit, girl? This man put your ass down. Morocco mode.
She asked that man for permission for equality in her fucking business.
I just got one question. I got a question.
The business that he didn't believe in at first. Don't forget that. He was shitting on her business at first. He didn't think it was gonna get nowhere. He thought it was a waste of money. And I'm gonna say this too. Because for Marie to say that Latrice ain't no boss, judging by that house, if that's not how a boss lives, girl, sign me up for four, whatever it is that she got.
Yes,
oh my God, Scotty! I was
for her to say that she ain't no boss.
To look at that, I mean the
windows.
I'm telling you, if that's not how bosses live, girl, sign me up for four of them with extra fries, girl. Let me get it.
I'm trying to figure out how much money because people don't look like
Say it again, Bonnie. The only thing that throws me is I can't help but look at that relationship and be like, why is she with him? And it's not because it's like, because he's old. It's like, if he is not benefiting you more than what a regular dude could, like, I'm just trying to connect the dots in my head. Is he rich or no? Did he?
I wonder when they first met, he had more money, and now she's making more money, so he feels as if he has to be like him. I'm still the boss, even though he no longer at where he was 10 years ago.
That's
but I do feel like she the only one on the show who carries herself as the boss. I mean, the fact that we've seen her store, we've seen her product, we've seen her lovely, amazing home. Even with the bedroom, we've seen enough of her to know she's actually a boss. Marie in that empty ass office was Marie's office upset me and my homegirls because I'm like, who in this life don't have a computer, a phone, a cup
I
holder,
said
a
that.
file
But
Yo,
that's
cabinet,
not
Okay.
that room.
nothing.
But got some
She
red
just
bottoms
needed that
though.
room so
But
she
got
could
some
put them
red
old
bottoms.
ass Louboutins on the desk. Like that's
Honey, I
all
Yeah,
like
that
so
I
was
said
much.
important.
that.
That
The
gives me
Louboutins be
rental
pretty.
teas.
I ain't
She
seen no
renting that place
business
just to keep
lunches
the
hanging
scene.
up.
Oh
I
yeah.
ain't seen no.
It's
I ain't
probably,
seen no Jackson State
What's wrong with her
University joint
son?
hanging
Now
up.
I
I
have
I
no
ain't
think
seen
issue
it's
no
with
one of
her.
those
Delta stuff
co-worker
except nothing.
spaces.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
don't
them
have no
Girl,
issue
co-worker
with her
spaces you can
renting
rent an office.
because a lot of times these people be renting out these commercial buildings and they really pay a lot of money over time. Like they be real estate individuals, like the brokers, they be making like $1 million off this. I don't have no issue with her renting her location. I have an issue with you not having nothing in this location for these people with mental
period.
health issues. That's what I'm confused about. And you keep
Period.
talking
You
about you a
can't
millionaire, but
you
I
can't
might
rent
have
no
food
office
fed. Like
space
when I compare
though.
the homes, it's a little different. But I guess some millionaires walk around and they be, living like normal people, which is why they are millionaires because they ain't out here cashing out, spending up all their money.
Flossing. I'm trying to
I
understand
think
how fertile is your son and how old is he? Because
he the
Period.
I was
son
he
thinking the
got
son is
same
21.
everybody
No,
pregnant.
Period.
Bondy, the son is 21, and he has the three kids who was all under 1 year old by three different women.
And I tell you,
So
he
they
would be
showed
living
And
that,
in
she
an
that
taking
apartment
care
with
of
all
all
three
of
of them
them.
damn babies. Like, get your ass
Uh
out my
huh.
house and take your children with
Thank
And
you.
the
you.
baby mamas.
Thank
She taking
you.
care of the baby mamas
and I feel like
too.
to
And the
me
baby
that's
mama.
it's just weird because I feel like she has this aura about her that she's just that she has her life together. But if your son has three kids that's the same age, I feel like you worry about the wrong shit. Like you worry about the man weave, worry
Yes.
about the son. Like because you are
Yes.
taking care of your four
Girl,
kids, his
Her
kids,
ass is
plus
fake
the
too. I
kids'
want to put
mama.
that out there. The ass don't match the legs. Period.
Yeah, her ass and the off at
girl,
the end.
believe
I
me.
gotta go back and look at Marie. She
Mm.
looked good to me. I gotta check and see
Girl,
how
Yeah.
she
believe
See,
me,
passed.
I
no,
didn't
no,
like
I
them.
no.
gotta, I gotta
everybody,
go back and
No,
watch.
Rebecca
Them
being
earrings was
I'm
off.
gonna
Everybody
go
face.
back, fit. I'm not.
I like her hair. That's the only thing I like. Her titties was
Yes, because
barely
Marie
looking to
cannot
the pride
dress
that was in
to
that
save her
jumpsuit.
life.
And
Embarrassing,
her
Lord.
ass was so big in comparison to her leg ratio. I have no
Oh, let
choice
me
but
go
to
look.
I
assume
Oh
get.
my
that
god.
she got pumped full of something.
Mm. I just had something to bring up. So,
Embarrassing.
Alexandria Gurley, she gave a $5 super chat. Thank you for that. But she asked, please tell me since when does someone ask their husband to invest? That's a question.
I
That happens often.
I get it.
I think when you are in a real I do think. Oh, is she Letitia? Whatever her name is. I do think the weave
Yeah.
queen and her husband have a real marriage, even if he is doing whatever else. I do think them having a conversation in a lovely bedroom was husband and wife teas. Like my wife, you have a business.
She
Let
said
me invest to make
that.
it. Let me invest to make it bigger. Because again, I don't think he's making as much money as she used to because when they showed him show up to her job last week, I'm like, okay, why he wasn't at work? And then even this week for him to when she said like he always wants to come with me or be with me when we go to different like he wants to be included. I think he may not have much going on, so he wants to be included to see what he can attach himself to, and not even in a bad way, but he may not have much going on, and he just wants to be because he ain't got what he gonna do. His wife is now the person, you know what I'm saying, that's proper. So I want to be with her at these parties or whatever and being just the old creepy man.
Yeah, that could be it. But I also think as far as the when do you ask your husband to invest, we gotta think about the fact that he didn't believe in her dream anyway to begin with. So he was never
Yeah,
gonna put
thank you,
any money
Fanny.
up for her. So then now that he see that she actually making a coin, he see that he could benefit from it now. So that's where the
Right,
conversation I think comes
right.
into play
I
because
do not
he was
like her
it
husband.
was always her idea and her putting up her own money for what she wants. So I think that's what the difference is.
I
I'm
think
sorry,
anything
Josiah.
her husband do annoys me. Like it seems like when it comes to her husband, it's like he try to involve himself in every little thing. Like, why do I have to ask you permission to go out? Why are you coming out to a girl's birthday party? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, sit down somewhere. Are
You
you
know,
acting secure?
look,
You think your wife is
And
gonna cheat?
listen, I bet
That's
her
Peter,
husband is
annoying.
Peter
interested,
Thomas.
so I
Okay,
get
he's
it.
fulfilling
But
his Peter Thomas role.
there's a definite vibe that is makes me uncomfortable for her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
it is, I feel like it's strong willed that she seems to be when she's around him. There's an energy that she's trying to keep herself in check around him,
Yep.
and that makes me uncomfortable. And he
Mhm.
I agree.
men that look like him, and I don't want to say anything about the light eyes and light skin and all of that because everybody gonna be like, "Oh, you being colorist," like they did on Ready to Love. But
I mean, he does give me Kenya more Mark Daly tease. That's how Kenya was around Mark. She was
Yeah.
subdued and subservient and
He
wouldn't
don't
say
give me
much.
Mark
I
Daly
think
tea.
whenever a
Mark don't
man
love
is
Kenya.
pretty, I think he tends to treat women like they should be happy to be with him. If he light skinned with light eyes and all of that, he gonna treat you like, bitch, you should be happy to be with a nigga as pretty as me. That's gonna take care of your ass. And
With a belly.
I think also because she
He got a
younger
beer
than
belly.
him. I think he be kind of like
He got a
sunning
beer
her
belly
sometimes
now.
in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I
I
think
just
it's the age difference for sure as well. He's older,
Yeah.
I feel like he gives me like daddy tease, like, oh, daddy,
For
can I
sure.
go hang out with the girls tonight?
For
I don't
sure.
like that. And he
I
seemed like,
don't
no.
get
I don't like
Yeah,
daddy
me
always
neither.
unless he's
them.
rich.
It's very weird.
Like, I don't see you calling a man zaddy or daddy unless he is rich. So I'm
I
like,
don't think we calling no man. I don't give a fuck how much money you got.
well,
You are not my dad.
personally,
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't be
don't use
introducing
that.
you as
But what I'm
Listen, I
what
had
I-
a daddy. This is true, but there are times.
There are times.
But
even
not when you had
even
a. But it's weird because she want like she was like this is. I'm like no, this
Yeah,
Cliff.
no, not like
Like you,
that.
your husband in the privacy of your friends. This is Cliff. I don't think
right.
her
This is
wanting
clear.
them to say this is daddy. That was weird to me. I'm like,
Right,
girl,
and then
no,
you
don't do
turn
that.
Right.
around and
Me
tell him
too.
not to give the girl a compliment. Well, don't tell nobody to
Yeah.
call him zaddy, bitch. Hello.
and didn't he interject himself in the women's conversation at the birthday
Right.
party? He said
Yes,
He
so that's
said,
enough of
let's
this. He said
let's
that's enough
let's
of this.
stop
Yeah,
this.
move on.
Play the
But
music.
He did.
I was thankful for it, but I was still like, why is he here?
yeah,
I mean,
Like he
somebody needed
producing.
to say it because they was going back and forth. I ain't gonna when Letitia was like, don't play with my friend like that. He gotta die.
Yeah.
And Antoinette was like, oh, okay, I didn't know.
They threw me when he went to go sit down at the table with Marie. Like, what? If
Yeah.
y'all knew that was gonna have a conversation, he should have stood off to the side. He came over like, yeah, we popping up. What's up? No.
Yeah.
I think the
Her
show. I think they
name
don't.
is
I don't think they know how to
Marie.
mesh well yet.
yeah.
Her name is not Marie. Her name is Missy Elliott. Okay, that's her name.
Oh, Lord.
Her name is not Missy Elliott. Her name is Morocco Mo. Okay, that
Morocco
secret
Not Morocco.
I just
Okay.
want to say, though, I know we're going to get to it. We will get to it, everybody, for those in the comments. But I just want to say, whoever did the person that portrays Salt in Salt-N-Pepa, whoever did her finger waves, get your freak on, aka Gossip Fools need to talk to them to get her shit laid because her shit look real dusty, rusty, and crusty. Like it seemed like a drought and hit her head. And I'm gonna need her to get that shit together. That's all I wanted to say, y'all.
I want to go back
agree.
to Latrice's husband. I want to see him support her more because, like, he's thrown shade at her on more than one occasion, and I just don't want you around at no girls' party if you're not gonna have my back like that. And then let me go to Miss Marie. Miss Marie, we've seen on the preview where you're gonna be getting your husband the third degree, but I want to see you give your son that same damn energy. You probably can't give to your husband how you need to because you're too busy to give it to these motherfucking baby mamas, these children, and your motherfucking child. All right. So I want to see how that's gonna play out. I just wanted to highlight that for y'all got it.
Well,
Well,
Marie is
that ain't even her real husband. That man gay. Now that's what the streets are saying. Now allegedly, that's what the streets are saying that man is gay. I'm just saying what the streets say.
Who was that man that made the video? I'm always worried about random people who out the blue have all this tea, but I don't know. Like it's like who is he? And is it factual? Like who was that? Because he was
Okay.
He's a blogger, right?
Okay, I can tell you who he is. I can tell you who he is. Okay, because down here, so I know it. He's notorious down here. Okay, so he has this little show on Facebook that he does. I think every week, and he got like 15,000 followers, and he goes in on people in the Jackson area all the time. If I'm not mistaken, a couple of months ago, he actually went in on one of my former high school teachers who was a principal at one of the high schools in Jackson, and he went in on her. He put out all her business. He had receipts on top of receipts. A lot of the times, it's basically like another show, like Gag or order, like Kaya's gag order. He has like a document and people send him stuff to talk about and her to talk about, and they give him all this underground information, and that's what it is. They call him Polo. That's what they call him. And they send him all kinds of information about people, and he goes and he puts it out there. And somebody must got it out for 1 Minute Man because they sent him all that shit, and he went on live and he dogged her the fuck out. And not only did he dog her out, he made more than one video about her. Because when he made that first video about her, she had he made at least 3 or 4 videos about her. Cause he did the very first video about her, from what I was told, because I don't follow her. But from what I was told, she went live on Instagram, basically defending her character and challenged him to come with receipts. That's what one of my best friends told me. He came with receipts. He had where she lived at. He had everything that you could name about her up there. So it's a little bit. It may be some truth to what he's saying about her. And like I said, he's notorious around the Jackson metropolitan area. A lot of folks on his head because he puts them on blast.
Oh,
Okay,
he
and
just
she
have
was one of the ones that
unlicensed
he
tea.
put on.
Okay. You know, I call that unlicensed tea. It means you
Well,
got
one thing,
information that is all alleged and you just putting it out there. So it's just some unlicensed tea. That's okay.
right. Well, one thing I'm
Basically
curious
like a
about
gag
is
order,
when it
pretty much.
comes to Marie. I do understand some people have certain clauses where you can't see them, but I wonder why we couldn't see the rest of her compound, to see people coming in, to see certain things being done, with the clients and whatnot. We see it on Married to Medicine, so that right there gives me pause. Like, why we haven't seen that? Why haven't we seen the inner workings? Because even though her name is Essie, I want to know why. But I'm gonna call her Effie White. But she is forever talking with Effie White, but we don't see her with none of the clients, none of her other, people that she worked with. I have a problem with that.
Right.
I will say it made this be HIPAA things because sometimes you don't because I don't put out stuff about my job on my YouTube because again you have to keep things separate. So I do wonder if the reason she isn't showing that is because she doesn't want to create any kind of HIPAA issues. And that's if she has a whole legally binding job facility that she has going on. I don't know, but I do know sometimes you don't want that. But at the end of the day, you still need a computer to do work. And until she
Right.
gets
A
a computer
calendar, a
Right.
Rolodex,
in that
something.
office, until she get that, I don't believe nothing she's doing. I think because we were 2-3 episodes in, I do feel like Marie wants to be the Nene of the show. I think that is what she's going for. I think she's beefing with
and it's not working.
Letitia. I think her beefing with the weed lady, Latrice, is the reason that she thinks that she's a boss and Weave Girl isn't, because she feels as if she's better than him. But I'm like, your whole claim to anything is about I have this. Well, because we ain't seen shit. We ain't seen nothing that she
Not a
do.
thing. She just says I'm rich over and over again.
I'm like, she ain't in nothing.
And I mean, I understand.
And
I
from
understand that
what, and
it's
from what the
private.
dude said on that video, he said that she ain't rich.
I mean, I understand that it's private, and I know some people in the comments are saying that too. But here's the reality: like people can't sign releases. We see that on a lot of other shows. But what I'm getting at is, even if we don't see the patients, why don't we see the other workers? Because Latrice literally showed some
Because
of her
Marie's full of
doing
shit, and
hair.
no one wants to be associated with anybody who full of shit. You may work for someone full of shit, that's your boss, but I'm not gonna allow you to have me on TV with your full of shitness. I'm
just saying, like, it's a lot that we're not seeing, and I don't like. It gives me pause. Is what I'm saying.
Right, because for the people saying that, oh,
And
it's
another
private
thing
and
too,
all that, we be seeing like reality shows of hospitals and stuff. We may not go as far, you know what I'm saying? Or we may even see some surgery. So I think that, yeah, we should be able to see something. Give us something.
Yeah.
I want to see a computer.
and
I
another
can
thing
until I
as
see a
well
computer.
too,
Sorry.
another thing about it is when I did my review on Bill Collective, people were mad, all upset at me because I was basically telling what old boy said in the video. I said a little bit of the truth in my video, and they were saying, "Well, you can't perpetuate these rumors because it can affect her business. I ain't the one who's spreading the rumors, child. The shit is out there. It's out there already, so it's up for discussion. So you can't be upset with me because I decided to
Yeah,
bring it up in the
I think
video.
the reason.
She's the one walking around saying that she's rich.
I think the reason.
She ain't.
I think the reason may. I think we as YouTubers, there's a thin line between reviewing the show and what it gives you, and then sidelining the gossip that we see going on. That's why when I hear stuff about shows, I rarely put that in my video unless it's like some credible shit that's like on Honey on E News or whatever. Like because you never want the fans who watch you to feel like you're trying to put the narrative of what the gossip is on the show. So it's a thin line between how
when I brought it up, when I brought it up, I did say alleged. I never said it was true. I said it was alleged.
Hey, they don't care.
And I just feel like if it's already out there, I said it was alleged. And on top of that, we're talking about people coming for her business. Did she not try to come for another black woman's business on national TV? So why should anybody care about her and her business and what it's going to make her look like? She did come for somebody else's business on national TV.
Well, I want to say right quick. Wait. I want to say right quick. So Alexandra Gurley sent another. Well, she sent several, but she did send another super chat saying, "Can we please stop calling her Missy? It's offensive to Missy Elliott. She don't deserve even that."
Well, I'm gonna say this. First of all, I'm not gonna act like Marie is not a pretty woman. Marie, she isn't ugly, and neither is Missy. So I think the comparison is actually a compliment because she do look like Missy. So I don't think it's offensive because Marie don't look like she don't look like weird. She looks like Missy back in the day, Missy.
Yeah, she does. She looks like some more. Like Missy had.
She do look like some more. That's what she do.
She really give me some more vibes.
Don't make me talk more in my next video.
Well, I just want to say that her hair can't stand the rain because it looked dried in the motherfucker. So,
and that's what pump waves do. Pump waves ain't meant to be juicy. Them things meant to be dry. That's what we found here.
I never had an issue with her hair. It's just the outfit choices, the earrings, them ugly ass Miss Frizzle earrings she had to the birthday party.
Wait. No, you would not disrespect Miss Frizzle. We not doing it.
Listen, Miss Frizzle is dope.
Thank you for that, Burrell. That
Miss
was
Frizzle
also
paid
in
the
my heart
way.
and in my spirit at that
Okay.
time. Like,
come on, Miss Frizzle.
It was the bodysuit for me. It wasn't even a bodysuit. She was wearing whole ass lingerie, and I felt like I saw my mama wearing lingerie out of
Yeah, that was a man.
Yeah.
That's what my
Now, listen, I know there's some good stylists out there in Jackson.
I mean, you know, the funny thing is, and this is real shit, we wouldn't be going in on Marie this heavy if she wasn't claiming to be such a rich bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Because now that you saying that and you to put your quote unquote Louboutins on to see it, like if you wasn't
energy to match.
Right. So if you wasn't saying all that, you wouldn't be saying nothing to you because if y'all watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I'm getting caught up. You have Denise Richards, like she's real basic, but she say, well, I'm a basic type girl, so you can't read her on that. But when you got Marie trying to sit here and pretend to be this grand person when Latrice got you beat 10 times over, yeah, we gonna say something about you.
Yeah. But you know what? My issue with Marie isn't even her saying she rich and she not. My issue was her as a person. Like even as a person, she seems not even flawed. She seems fucked up. I think we all have our flaws. I know that, but she seemed like she came here to bring the bullshit per Todd, and I'm like, I don't want that. I think she's giving us this false vibe of who she is, and I also kind of sort of didn't like how Letitia kind of allows her to be that way. And even though she checked her in person, you know, privately, I feel like the reason that she's so fucked up is because they allow her to be fucked up. They allow her wrongness to be right in her head. And so she does things and goes off or whatever. And then
Latrice, her friend is like that too. Her friend, her business partner that just sat there and co-signed everything that she was saying.
With the same haircut?
Okay, but Jay Lee, Jay Lee,
Hmm.
the only scheme that Todd set up was Strippergate. We ain't got there yet, but that's the only scheme that
No,
Todd
Todd
set up to
checked
come
into
down
the
for the
Todd told Marie to buy that building with no computer. He told her all this shit, and she's trying to make us think that she's a good person that she isn't. I just don't like her as a person.
Thank you, Alexandra.
And right quick, I want to call Scotty. I'm finna call you to the carpet. I'm finna be rude as fuck. I need for you to get on your job as a moderator. Read these damn comments and super chats. This is your job, not mine, sir. So get on your motherfucking
I
job.
just said thank you to her. I just
Okay,
said
all
thank
right.
you to her. I just said thank you to her.
Did you?
I just
Did
said
you?
thank you.
Did you?
I
Scotty
did.
sounded
You
like
lied
crazy.
about
No,
her.
no, no. You know,
All right,
no.
good
Look,
job.
Okay, now. We
Just
gonna wait.
because it's asparagus season,
We
don't mean y'all finna sit here talking shit, motherfucker. We ran so y'all can fly. Put some respect on the caps, motherfucker.
Who is the Cabs? Who are y'all? I don't have nothing to
It
say
is
about
myself.
cabbies at
It is
all.
myself, Jay
The
Lee,
only time,
and Alexander Rogers. We the
I'm
I
going
this
to
am.
talk
motherfucker.
about cavities is when I go to the dentist. That's when I'm going to talk about cavity coins.
How
That's the
about we
only time I'm
leave
going to talk about cavities.
look, we are all Jesus' children. The the Scorpios or the whoever, all the signs don't even matter because we're all great. Now what's next? What's next? Let's move
Y'all
on
real is
past
a
that.
hater. I just want to put that. I just want to put that out there first before I
Am I?
he's a
Am
hater.
I?
But anyway,
Am I? Am I really a hater? Am I?
like I was saying, I'm gonna mute your ass in a minute. Shut up.
I'm
Like I was
sleepy.
Nigga, you
saying,
ain't been do shit. You ain't been do that shit. Stop fucking fronting. Nigga, stop fronting.
Hey, we is
Stop
not gonna
I'm
be
fronting.
sleep. I'm
the
sleep.
honey, the
I'm sleep.
ghetto. We is not gonna be the
Nam
ghetto
yo
I'm
family.
ho
sleep.
renge yo, nam yo
Yeah,
ho
all
renge
right,
yo.
get
Look,
yo,
look.
yo,
Is
all
you
right, get yo.
finished?
The only ghetto mess was that damn verses. That was the only ghetto mess.
Is you
Oh,
finished or is you
Well,
done?
let's move
Oh
on to
my
the next
god.
thing.
nam yo ho.
Oh yeah. What y'all got to say about Antoinette? Because
Nothing.
She
I'm
fake.
kind of confused
She
about her
confused.
storyline at this
She's very
I
moment.
can't get into
confused.
her. I
Let me
cannot
go
get into
because
her.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I had an issue with the way she said, oh, people don't want to be in interracial relationships because their grandmothers don't like it, and then come to find out you and the man broke up because you don't want to wait. Hold on, he wanted to have kids, and then you said it was about your career, but then you turned around and said it was because you didn't want a kid to have to choose between being black and white. I was like, bitch, which one is it? And how is it that you seek out white men, but you haven't thought about any of this prior?
Thank you.
That's exactly what I said.
Thank
She knew
you.
that.
I
She full
agree.
of
Thank
shit.
you.
You know that.
Miss
And
me with
yes,
that.
I'm
And
glad you
she
said
get her
seek
weave
out.
together. That's another thing. Okay, because in all them pictures when she had weave, I was like, damn, she looks so pretty. And then she come on camera with 10 pounds of makeup and a wig that's barely there, and I'm confused about what I'm looking at in comparison to the pictures.
But you know what?
Very
But
confused.
get it together, bitch. And please stop showing up on the scene as the black girl that's trying to convince everybody that, oh my God, white men are so amazing. Then why you ain't married to your white husband, bitch? Get out of my face.
But unfortunately, she doesn't have the worst wig on the show. There's two other women that wig is worse.
I do not like how Letitia looks in her confessionals. She looked like somebody old ass grandma who
Baby,
like ready for the like, honey.
honey.
She looks bad
Are you
in
talking
that
I
about
like the
confession.
confessional. It's the real live reality she be showing. I
No,
be like, what's going on?
I'm talking
who's
about
the
the
one?
radio host? Is that
It's
Who's
the
the
wi-
one? No. The one who's the one in the red dress? Marie Friend. I do not like her confessional look.
yeah,
She
that's
look,
the
she
radio
look
host.
like she the funeral. No, that's Tambra. Tambra look like she a good looking 55-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Not like she's 40.
Yes.
Like
Not with that heavy weave on her head.
yeah,
her
her
hair got
hair is
me
bad
strangled.
too, but
She about to tip
It's
the
just
fuck
it's
over
too
with all that
much.
hair.
Just
Tambra
factual.
has too much weave and bad makeup, and I
Yeah.
think that's her downfall. And she may be great on the radio. Like some people ain't made for TV. I get that too. I'm saying,
No,
however,
no.
she
She's not. She's not.
she not what?
Mm-mm,
She's not
she
ready for
ain't.
TV.
No, she's not good on the radio. She's
Okay.
not good on. She's not good on the radio at all. Everybody hates her voice. She's not good. No,
Well, her looks is bad.
no.
I just think she has
Like,
the weave is too heavy, the makeup is too bad. Why she has security? I'm looking like you have security. You wasting all the city's resources because you want to have security to come to the empty. It was 8 people at that party. Why the fuck you need 2 cops for 8 people?
There was
not
I
nobody
even
in
said
a
that.
big
there.
deal.
There
I
Oh
was
my
said
nobody
that.
god.
empty in
I
front of the
said she done
building.
tied up the whole damn precinct. I already know that's probably the only one that cotton picking state got. And you done tied up these people one
First
of
of
these
all,
lifelines to escort you down
what you're not
to this
gonna do is
bald-headed
come to
ass
the
party
Mississippi, bitch.
with all of this
Uh-uh.
Not gonna
paraphernalia.
Wait,
do.
wait,
Scotty,
wait,
nobody
wait,
Not
doing
gonna
Where
do.
are
that.
we,
That's
child?
not
wait,
what I'm gonna
wait,
do.
wait.
Scotty, I love you, baby,
That,
but let's not. Let's not buck for the state that is Mississippi. I know we from there. I'm from Louisiana, but I would never buck
I
for
live
this
there.
place. I would never buck for this place.
I'm sorry, but that's why I'm in, and I gotta say something about it. I'm sorry, but I rep where I'm from, cotton picking or not.
Okay, you
So
can rep your city, but please don't rep your state. Calm down.
no, I'm
Sorry.
gonna rep it because that's where I'm from. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Y'all
God.
just got rid of y'all Confederate flag as y'all state flag. I just want y'all
Okay,
to
And that's
tell it
fine.
again.
just a
That
little
is
bit.
Tell it
okay.
again.
But no.
I'm
But
just saying
no,
he
it
just
doesn't
he was
matter.
working a little bit too hard
No.
for me because I feel like Louisiana and Mississippi are the same place, and that Jackson, New
Well,
Orleans
I
may
mean,
be like the only
if that's
places
how you
inside those
feel, that
states
is
working.
fine. But I take pride in where I'm from. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how far behind we are. I'm gonna always represent it. I'm sorry.
Well, what you gotta
I'm
say?
sorry.
What you
I
gotta
think
say
we
about your late ass city,
I
girl?
ain't
I
got
Everything
shit
think
to
we
say.
need
I
accent
wait,
was
is
I,
late.
I was
wait,
like,
The
wait,
what
wait,
weather
is
is
the
late.
celebration? I don't know
The
why
wait,
y'all
buildings
trying
wait,
to
are
act
wait,
late.
like
wait,
not
wait,
Mississippi
wait.
or whatever
I
city
think
you from. I don't
I
know why
think
you can't
Bonnie's
be
point
from that
was
city and not be
you
from that
can
state. But go on,
yeah.
sis, press on.
I think what everybody trying to say is no matter what state or city you from, you can be proud, but you have to also get your state might be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even if you love it, you can love
I
it. Like
know
I
it's
love it.
bullshit.
I love I
I
love
can say it's
wait,
bullshit.
wait, wait,
Nobody else can say
wait,
it.
wait. Oh, wait, because we have to all listen in time at a time and be
But we not
loving.
listening to Scotty repping his Mississippi.
Right. So I don't want
We gotta hear him
Well,
out.
I mean,
like
I
I
know my
Go
state
ahead,
is
said,
bull.
Scotty.
I'll say it myself. I know my state is bullshit. I just feel like I'm the only one that can say it.
No,
all
you're
right,
not.
Not
I'll
nobody
let
that's
you
never
talk
been here.
about. I'll let you talk about your country bumpkin late ass city. I'll let you
No.
have
Now,
it.
now look, I can't let y'all go too hard because my family from Starkville,
Yeah.
Mississippi, so I can't let y'all do them too dirty. Now, I
And
can't
I'm
let
from
y'all do.
Louisiana, which is the same thing as Mississippi. What the hell are y'all talking about? Fuck both of them states.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Y'all so funny, bro. I just said
Child. But listen, like I said,
Yeah,
Tambra done took Wendy's moniker. She's now thick weave of the Bell Collective. She got on everybody weave, girl. Like
she is
with
bucking her
her
hair
little
for sure.
ass
Shout
leg.
out to Roxanne.
Yeah, like girl. And was I the only one that hated her birthday outfit? I
Oh,
absolutely
all right.
hated it. I
I
did.
hated the lipstick. I didn't even notice the outfit because all I could see was her hair. But
And the lipstick.
yeah. The
the
hair was a
lipstick
I
lot.
was so
hated
terrible to
her
me.
outfit. I so hated it. I said, girl, who was your friend Sally? Tacky Jezebel Giselle?
He don't love
Girl, if
you.
you don't go carry that shit back to Tacky Jezebel, that's where she got that from. That had
I want
Giselle
to know
written
why
all
she
over
was
it. Girl,
so
get that back
proud.
to her.
I want to know why she was so proud to tell us that an NBA player wanted her to have a baby.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, what that mean?
That was in
Girl,
And that
do
had
we
to be a
believe
long time ago. That wasn't recent. That wasn't
It was
yesterday. That
long
wasn't
ago. It
today.
was like 20
That was
years
a
ago.
long time ago. Okay.
did
40
we
years ago.
believe
Why
it?
you
I
want
mean,
to
And
but
tell
not
us
only
that
that,
you
really,
didn't
which
enjoy your
does
birthday?
the
no.
time make a difference
Question.
though? The time
Yes.
shouldn't make a difference. She just trying to let y'all
No.
know.
Time do
But
make
that's
the
it.
time and who it was make a difference. It depends on who offered the money. Because one NBA player versus somebody else, it don't really matter. And my thing is, any man who wants you to have a baby don't want to marry you. What's the point? Oh, God, no one care
Right,
about that. What?
right,
That means he wanted
right,
to make you a single mother.
right.
Okay,
And
just
out of
because
all
your
the
husband
women,
But
wanted
my
he had his baby, he didn't mean it. Okay? Niggas tell you every day when they in it that they want you to have their baby, and then when
Right.
you end up pregnant, they be like, "I thought you was on the pill."
I
Yeah.
want Tamara to talk about what's now. She keeps talking
But
about
what I wanna-
what was. She mentioned something like, "Oh, I haven't been single since I was like 14 or 15."
Who
It's like,
was she
well,
with?
let's talk about now. What you got going on now? Are you gonna have babies? You know, are you gonna fulfill what your parents want? Like, where are you with this now?
We don't even see much
Well,
of
I
her. I
wanna
feel like
say
we don't know
this.
much about her.
Well, we know she almost
Well, this is what I want to say here. As far as Tamara, what I don't understand is that she got a damn security guard, got all the damn guards to escort her to the building. She's a big fucking deal here. She's not. I don't get it.
Yeah, the party was.
So in other words, you're not gonna let her be Grace Scotty. Like if she stunned for a minute, it's her birthday. Grass, she should have pulled up with a lip.
No, not
But can
in
she
that
be great for her
same
birthday though?
No, so can't. I refuse to believe that some NBA player want to have a baby coming out with 10 pounds of makeup and weave like you. And it's squeaky
Terrence, when you can bring your ass on screen instead of showing us your avatar because your shit fucking up, then you can say something, my nigga.
Ooh, y'all cutting up today. Y'all are showing y'all ass
I don't know
out.
what is going on.
You're real. What you on tonight?
Right. Give me some yak. What you sipping
What
on?
was that drink he poured? Was it brown?
It was that Bacardi.
Some Captain Morgan, some spice rum and cola. Some cola.
Hold on.
That's what
Bonnie, can you sing a prayer? Bonnie, sing us a good old nigga.
What was said?
Oh,
What
God.
was said?
Oh, God.
Wait, what we want to do?
Because I heard somebody say what was said. What was
Come
said?
on for the Amazing Grace.
You heard what I said.
Hold on, y'all.
I don't stutter.
What
I
was
speak
said?
very clearly and eloquently.
Wait. I don't know. Wait.
What I said.
What was said?
Hold on.
I said what I said.
Wait. We should
Y'all
not.
fight through the computer screen now?
Right. Because look, this is what we not. This is what we shouldn't do. We should not make anybody feel as that we fussing for real because that shit go real left on social media.
Only joking,
Y'all
y'all.
don't
It's all jokes, y'all. This is jokes. We are joking. We are
Gonna be on the shade room.
I got
Right.
somebody
We
with
need to
this
make that clear.
man laid up with me. I don't know if she's a T-sub. I don't know if she follow J. Lee Bobby. I don't know. And I don't want to get nobody man caught up. Okay? Girl, let me thought in peace. Okay?
Hold
This
up.
is how we
Y'all is funny.
see.
Hold up. Let me say something right quick. Before we finish, before we move on, because I'm reading these comments. First of all, I gotta say this because I haven't addressed no comments in weeks, so let me address them right now. When we first decided to, it has been weeks. Up here, at least up here, it's been weeks for me. I can't say nothing for the rest of y'all, but I ain't said nothing. No comments in the while. Let me just say this: when I tried to have everybody talk one at a time and put everybody on mute, it was complaints about that. Then we decided that we wouldn't do it anymore, and now y'all complaining about us talking all at one time. This is how we tried to do it the way we did it the first few weeks, as far as putting everybody on mute while another person is talking, and then do it this way. But instead, y'all want to complain. We're just having fun at the end of the day. We're having fun. It's really nothing serious. Like the whole Mississippi battle that I was having, it wasn't serious. What Terrence and Uriel is doing isn't serious. What me and Uriel are doing is not serious. This is what we do on a daily basis. We do it behind the scenes in our group message. So it is what it is. We're just having fun tonight. And some people are drinking as well. So some people are way more turned than they normally are. So it's not serious. So you know what I'm saying?
Jarrell drunk in the crowd.
Having fun. That is it. Okay.
Is it safe to come back to the chat now?
I'm just saying.
Is it safe?
Yeah,
I'm
you can come
scared.
back, sir.
Hey, look, y'all. All we're trying to do is we're trying to give you all something entertaining. It's just jokes. We all cutting up. We don't hate each other. It's none of that. We just trying to make this enjoyable for y'all. That's all this is. That's it.
I wish y'all
I
would
think the
stop
point,
calling all these grown ass people. Let them
people.
think we really arguing with they dumb ass.
Period.
We gonna
But
get
I'm
up here
glad
and
that y'all
argue
wanted to
with one
see my
another.
pretty
Now,
face. I'm glad y'all wanted to see my pretty face. Here she go. She may not come when she wanted, but she always right on time. Here I go.
Okay. Anyway, because I'm sorry because like we both up here having fun and people want to make it out to be something else. It's not history like at all. But is that all we're gonna talk about in regards to the Bell Collective? Y'all want to move on to the Housewives of Atlanta?
please.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
let's
we can
do it.
go in and let have on Kenya.
And we can read Drew real quick.
Only
Read.
because
Read Miss
people
Drew.
feel like
Wait. Why we gonna read Drew, Josiah? What
She
Drew
threw,
do?
we
then
What
gotta
Drew
read
do?
Drew.
she threw a little shade at the YouTubers. Well, not the
You
all
really
at the
mad about
YouTubers.
that? You and your fifis about
Wait,
that?
let me say
That
one
wasn't
thing.
about us. That was about
Let me say
Latoya.
one thing about that. I don't think Drew was shading YouTubers. I think the producers was because, and I put in my review, I said it's a way that you have to explain YouTubers to make it make sense. If someone say, "Oh, they got a channel," that don't mean they work and make money. If you say, "You know what, they are a content creator on YouTube," it's a different way. I think the producers said it in a way like, "Oh,
Yeah,
look,
oh yeah.
Right. Call her
I
That
know.
an
was
I'm
a
just kidding.
jab.
influencer.
It
That
was
was
a
a
joke.
jab to Latoya. All right. Y'all need to stop applying what people say about when because I say that all the time. We say one thing about a specific person, and everybody that's in that thing, they categorize it to them. Like when
Right.
she said that, I ain't feel no type of way. She was just
I
going
didn't
in on
either.
Latoya.
I
I
laughed."
ain't feel
It
no
was
way.
funny,
Yeah.
honestly. I
Yeah,
laughed.
me too. I laugh.
She was like, "What
Like,
she
girl,
do
I'm a
to
whole
get a
actress
job?"
over
I was
here. Like,
like,
girl, go
"Shit,
find your life.
And
got 1 million subscribers. Yeah, that's the job, bitch."
now, what
Absolutely.
I will
Right.
say is, I'm not for the cuff with Drew here because she is Chi-Town, veteran, so I can't do that. But what I will say, and this is all the shade that's meant for it, there's a lot of YouTubers that is more pulled up and whose hair don't look like a poodle when they get on camera. I'ma just say that and leave that where it is.
Wait,
Right.
wait a
I
minute.
like
I'm
I
confused.
like
Who hair
Drew
look like a
hair.
poodle?
I
Are
liked
you talking
her
about that hair? Are you
that
talking about that bubble
I
ponytail.
like
hairstyle
Drew
Drew had?
hair.
I
Y'all
like
didn't like
that.
Drew's
I
hair?
like
Drew
that
hair.
whole
Drew
ensemble.
I
Hair
like
don't
your
look like
hair.
I'm confused. I don't
Can
know
we
what the we
please?
was. I'ma
Can
just
we
say this.
please talk about? Go ahead.
I'ma just say this. About Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh.
Only thing that was interesting about the episode was the orchestrated mess, the plan,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
hot ass
Yeah.
bus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these things, Kenya bringing her baby when everybody else is leaving their babies home. Recycle
Right.
storylines from other shows. Okay, first of all, y'all are really lazy and tired for that shit. But because it's been so dry this whole season, we was actually more entertained by this rerun that y'all gave us
Right.
than we
Yeah.
have been by
Right.
any of these
Yeah.
previous episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Latoya is a messy bitch. I'm gonna need for her not to
Mm-hmm.
smell those underwear, even if nobody wore them. That was nasty.
Right.
I don't believe her and Kenya are actually bumping cooches, so that's really annoying. Why did she get the second biggest room, bitch? Who are you? Drew and her husband are very confusing to me. I want Drew next time to let everybody know what the dress attire is for the party before she shows
Yes.
up like she's going to,
Yeah.
like an award ceremony or some shit.
Mhm.
Everybody else shows up like they going to a little picnic at the church. Or
Right.
maybe Walmart, because that's how Kenya looked. Kenya like she was going to Walmart for to pick up a few things, and she was just coming right over to the house.
Right.
It's just the way she looked. Kenya is annoying the shit out of me. Because I think that she is so hell bent on being the villain that she forgets she's being a villain. Like
Yep.
you
Right.
told Drew that you were doing the private jet thing, and they're gonna text her and tell her not to tell nobody. You knew that wasn't gonna happen. Like you
Right.
slipped. Don't get mad at me because you slipped. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I don't think it's a big deal. I think they're setting up for the threesome. I also
Yeah.
feel like it's funny that Kenya is gonna be the person judging whoever else about the threesome when her and Latoya have been given the kitty clicking vibes this whole time.
Right.
So it's kind of like, bitch, ain't that what you and Latoya was gonna do when y'all got here anyway? What is you upset about what the other girls is doing for? Because you know she's gonna be upset about it.
Well, I just wanted to say, Bondi, with all of that, like I felt bad doing my review because since I've been watching reality TV show for so long, I can tell when things are being produced, and this was actually being produced by the women. They did a good job of, putting certain things out there so we can have something for the next couple of weeks. So that's what Kenya was doing, where she was putting certain things out there, saying it to Drew, but then saying, don't tell nobody. It's just creating these things so we can have it out when we get to this beach house.
Right.
So, I mean, I can appreciate that because at least it gives us something to talk about. But I think that because this is in quarantine, it's nice that we're starting to see them in an ensemble cast. Because for a while, it's been a whole lot of independent scenes and a couple people over here, a couple over there. So, but seeing them all somewhat coming together is really refreshing because this is what we're missing because this is what we like. And one thing I will say is I love all the women. I love Kenya down. But Kenya, how did you catch that shade that Drew sent your way face to face? So you really mean you didn't catch it in that moment?
She just thought it was funny.
She caught it.
Oh, okay.
She caught it.
And side note, shout out to Shamia for her first confessional. All
Right.
second.
First
And
one.
look,
Sis
good
made that
doing
confessional look. I'm gonna just
I
say
wanna
that they
see
should have
more
been
of
gave her
her.
a confessional.
She looked good, but I really want to see more of her. I like her. And
Me too.
what is
Me
this
too.
about Ralph being so attractive? Am I the only one that's missing it? Like I get the,
He is not.
He has a
I
good
don't-
body.
You
He
know,
has a good
Yeah,
body.
he got a good body. That's about it.
that's what I was. That's what the beat the pussy up look is. It's all the
Yeah.
muscle tone and everything around the shoulders and the arms. Look at the shoulders. But I don't think he that cute. So when they're like, he's a nice looking man, I'm just like, Kenya, you gonna try to fuck Drew husband? This season?
right. So
No, she
bored.
is.
I do have a question, y'all. Has Marlo ever gotten a confessional?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has. Yeah.
Yeah. Mama
Okay.
got plenty of-
And
I
was
forgot.
thinking, while this was like the most entertaining episode that we got, this lets me know that this season really ain't about to be about nothing. That they gonna stretch this vacation over 3 episodes, and
Right.
this is pretty much this is the climax of the season. So it's unfortunate that we're not
I
gonna
agree.
get nothing else.
Listen.
Well, they say
the
they
most
still filming. We might get a look.
Oh, they still filming for this season?
Yes.
That's what
No,
said.
they always do that where they'll like when they do the previews is for the first half of the season, but they still continue
right.
to film thereafter. So that's why I mentioned with Cynthia, taking Peter to court and all this other stuff because they're still filming. So they're not done just yet.
Listen, I made a joke this morning on my live when I was watching fucking Ralph and Drew on that damn scooter. And I made a joke this morning on my
Where
live. I
is
said,
your scooter?
Kim, where is your scooter, Kim? Where is it? It's over at Drew house, bitch. Because Drew said, nigga, you not about to set up and walk from here to Tampa and be gone for 3 days and think that I ain't gonna find your ass because I'm laid up because I got this good damn surgery. No, what you gonna do is buy me a scooter. So whenever you go walking, I'm gonna go with you. You walking out, scoot. I'm all here for it, Drew. That's what you do to keep the cat eye on your man. Because you can't trust Ralph. You leave Ralph alone, that bitch gone for 3-4 days. Don't take you nothing.
He was on his best behavior too. I was like, look at Ralph trying to compliment her wig, get a name for it, trying to help the ladies out. I said, look at that
Right.
nigga. We see
He
you.
was real helpful, child. And especially to Kenya. We know Kenya don't mind trying to lay up a flirt with somebody, man. Look at how she did Apollo. Not that I blamed her.
Okay,
I
but
like
we're not going to act like Kenya doesn't have a type because I mean, if you think about Matt, if you think about Mark, if you think about Apollo, if you think about Ralph, they all share common similarities. Now, I'm not saying that Kenya is gonna pull a Salt-N-Pepa. I take your man, aka clean up woman and everything, but I'm just saying she has a type.
I like this episode. It was better than the other ones. I feel like they are just now starting to start the storylines so far, even though I'm like 7 episodes in. I feel like each person is who they are. Like Kenya gonna be messy, Toya gonna be messy. I like Drew as an addition. I think she'll give some spunk to it. I think they are, because they cut so much, we don't kind of know her flow just yet. But I think the preview for next week, showing her book up and whatever. To me, I'm like, I like that spice. I feel like this season, because to me, this is like a transitional season. It's like we trying to get something new with the old people too. So I think that's the reason why I fell off. But I will say I enjoyed the episode. Thinking with the whole plane or whatever. I mean, it don't cost nothing to do a jet from Atlanta to South Carolina. So I feel like her doing that she was trying to floss, but it didn't work, because if you was on floss, you should have got a plane for everyone.
Right.
That's a flaw.
Right.
So I think that was a lost little shady moment or whatever. But again, like Bonnie said, that whoever said, they are trying to narrate this season themselves based on what they want to happen this season. Kenya wanted them to feel as if she shaded them. She wanted them to feel as if she was able to get a jet and they could not. I think if anybody think about it, Candy could fly y'all all to South Carolina. Right. But Candy was like, who wants to do a private jet to South Carolina from it didn't make any sense.
Right.
Candy did say, "Oh, you real rich, ain't you?" Like that was some real shit. It's like, okay, you think you real?
But you know what though? People got under my comments trying to give me much because I gave Kenya much because I felt like Kenya was being shady with the whole private jet thing and letting Drew know that. And I said in my live this morning, I said the reason why I feel like Kenya was being shady was because Kenya could have left all of that out. When Drew called her, all Kenya had to say was, "Listen, I'm going to be there a day early to check in, make sure everything is good, blah, blah, blah." She didn't even have to bring up the whole thing. I'm about to go on a private jet and I'm taking Latoya with me. That's what's my whole thing. I just felt like she talked too damn much. Drew didn't have to know that. And then for you to turn around and send her that text, it makes me feel like you baited her. You baited her to see if she'll take the bait, and she took it. And now you want to have a problem with somebody. So why not have it with Drew? And of course, Latoya is a starving artist, and she's your fucking flunky. So because you want to have something to do with her, now she's gonna, like she did with the wig, and how Kenya tried to make it seem like Portia was being fake. Do I feel like Portia was being messy? A little bit, because she didn't have to name drop Latoya, but at the same time, I won't mad at Portia. Portia, like, she not only said it made you the brunt of the joke to me, she made you the brunt of the joke to Candy and Cynthia too. She didn't just say it to me. So this bitch is not your friend because she's smiling behind your back.
I think people don't think I was nothing else is messy. And I think Portia's point was, let y'all all know that bitch is messy. Like, let me call it out what it is. And I that's why I appreciate Portia. Portia, like, you know what? At this point in my life, I'm not going to feed into the bullshit of it all. And I think Kenya not saying shit, at least on camera, to me means Kenya know that she's helping Toya be messy, and she wanted to sit back and watch the shit just play out.
Oh, that's typical Kenya. It wouldn't be Kenya if she wouldn't be doing that, honey.
Well, I just want one thing. Since we have the resident songstress on the panel, and since we had to hear Amazing Grace, which I would have preferred Amazing Shade, can Miss Bondi Blue come onto the microphone and give us a little church right quick?
Amazing Shade. Wait, I had to think about it. I don't know. What else besides sweet? Shit.
Child.
Yes.
Okay. That's hell. Period.
The sound. Okay, listen, resounding. Hallelujah. Y'all know what we saying.
And another thing, y'all.
It is ordained by the Lord. Oh, with the ice cream.
Another thing, y'all. I'm not saying Kenya can't have friends. That's another thing y'all got on me with. I'm not mad if Kenya has friends. I just want the friendship to be based on something genuine. I don't feel like their friendship is genuine. I don't. I feel like Kenya is trying to make herself the new freaking frat of this shit. I don't believe that their friendship is all that deep rooted. I just don't. I'm sorry. She's
I don't think it's a freaking frat thing though. I think it's just creating a storyline because realistically, yes, she would have put Candy or Cynthia on the private jet. This is all just to create some stuff so we can sit here and be mad about and review. So I swear I think this is all nothing but just
but that's my point. I'm not saying that I don't want Kenya to have friends. I just want the shit to be genuine. Like when I look at the both of them, it makes me itchy. Right? I don't want to look at them.
But my thing about it is this right here. Like when it comes down to Kenya, because I didn't realize that she had so many fans. But when it comes down to her, the first thing that people want to
well, I'm a Kenya fan, just so you know.
Okay, well. The first thing that people want to say is, okay, I'm mad because Kenya got a friend. They said that when Claudia was on the show. It didn't have nothing to do with Claudia being her friend. It was just the fact that Claudia was annoying as hell at the time. It didn't have nothing to do with her being her friend. Or when Kenya wasn't on the show, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Just because a person if Kenya is labeled the antagonist, why are you mad when he gets drugged? That's people that's the antagonists do is get drugged. Like even on like when you watch shows like fucking Days of Our Lives when Stefano DeMera was on there, he was getting drugged. Like didn't nobody like him, so everybody has something to say about it. When you are the self-proclaimed victim of, not victim, but villain of a show, you gonna get drugged, and you gonna get drugged every time. So don't try to make it sound like you know what I'm saying. We just
Yeah.
Kim. It's not that. It's just that this season right here, she's annoying. Last season, she really wasn't that bad to me, and I was mainly on her side for most things. But this season, she's doing a bit too much to me. And the fact that for me, when Latoya was saying, like when Kenya told Latoya and Portia told Drew what she said, Latoya went up here and say Portia is extra. Now everybody know I don't like Portia. I don't care for Portia at all. Everybody and their mama know that. But at the end of the day, Latoya ain't got no right to call nobody extra because she's the most extra person on this bitch right now. She doing anything for a scene. So extra should be the last word to come out of her mouth to describe anybody. That's how I feel about it.
I think extra was just her safe word. I think extra was just her safe word because she know if she would have said something else and it had ran back, she knew she didn't want to go down that road with Portia. So she was like, let me just call the girl extra instead of really saying what I want to say because I don't want to get drugged.
Kenya is not real to me. I think I think when Kenya first came on the show, the extraness she had was authentic. That was her authentic extraness of herself. Kenya now is she's producing herself so much, it's making me not like her because I can tell that's not Kenya being Kenya. That's Kenya being who she think the show, the producers want her to be to keep her on the show. You can tell that Kenya don't have nothing else going on and she's trying to hold on to this for dear life the same way Nene did 2 seasons ago. Because you feel as if you are the villain, you are the one, and so let me do what they want me to do, even if it makes me look bad. There's a way to do that and be your real self. The real Nene was seasons 1 through 7. Season 8 through 12, Nene was a produced Nene, and that was her downfall. Kenya is in the beginning stages of a downfall because she is not being her authentic self. She would have more fans who love to hate her if she was just real. Like the whole fakeness with her and Latoya. You don't like that girl like that. You don't know her that. She would have been better off doing that with Cynthia than doing that with even with Portia. Yeah. That's the problem. It's not real. That's I don't dislike Kenya for any reason besides I don't like fake people. You can be a bitch, but be a real bitch.
Thank you, Jay Lee. That's all I'm saying. If it was real, I would be here for it, but the shit ain't real. It feels forced, and I'm tired of seeing it.
And my thing about it is people are mad at Drew because Drew has been shading Kenya and Latoya left to right on social media. But I mean, let's be real. They both shaded her first.
Hold on.
They did
first.
Hold on. Thigh Savage in the comment section. Honey, unless you are Kenya and no Kenya, don't come here trying to come. This is the fucking panel, honey. Do not come here with your whole, do we know Kenya? Do you know Kenya? We are viewers of the, I hate when commenters come in and act as if our opinion can't be valid because we don't know them. Honey, calm down. You here for the panel? Be here for that and kind of fuck down. Just saying. Love you though. Proceed.
Okay, before we do that, because I know that because y'all real just brought this to my attention, because we know that Bundy has to go in a few minutes. So before she goes, let's put a pin on Housewives for just a second, so she can say her piece on the Salt-N-Pepa movie, because I do want to get her opinion on. I do want her to share her opinion on it for the piece. So we're gonna put a pin on the Housewives of Atlanta because there's still some things to discuss. But I want Bundy to go ahead with her Salt-N-Pepa commentary. So go ahead, because we know you got to go for your workout.
See, who is that? Who is that to?
Huh? Listen, nobody. I got hot because I'm drinking this Ciroc.
Child. Anyway, so Salt-N-Pepa. I'm just gonna say that Cheryl made herself look like the bitch that we think she is. Peppa made herself look like the self-important narcissist that she is. It's unfortunate that they played Spin the way they did. I don't care how many deals that they signed from this movie. I don't need to hear anything else about their life story after this. And anything else that I hear about it, I want to hear it from Spin. I don't want to hear it from them. I don't want to book. I don't want no new music, bitch. I don't want nothing from y'all because y'all really showed y'all ass with the way y'all decided to cut Spin out of this and then also protect y'all's image. For what reason, I'm not sure. Cheryl, I don't care what nobody say. Cheryl partied with Peppa for longer than they made it seem. They gave us that little one scene where they smoked the joint and fell on the floor. And then it was just like Cheryl's at church. Peps, is doing coke with Tresh. That's another thing. Stop acting like y'all wasn't doing drugs. Because I just don't believe that Peppa wasn't doing drugs. Cheryl may not have been doing drugs, but Cheryl was partying to me to an extent because I need to understand why all of a sudden we at church every day like something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like she all of a sudden just was like, oh, I'm going to church with Mario Van Peebles. And I was kind of like, I need this to make sense. There was a lot of disjointedness in the story because obviously y'all are protecting certain parts of y'all lives, which made me feel like, why even do it if you're not going to tell the whole gritty truth about what y'all's story is? Specifically because this is coming from y'all, it feels like we will never get a true, complete story from you guys the way we did from New Edition, the way we did from everybody that went to VH1 instead of coming over here to Lifetime. No disrespect, Lifetime, but y'all always trying to put, some biopic on this little cheap ass budget that y'all do, and it's really disrespectful. However, people were asking me like, how could I say that it was good? And I say that it was good because the acting was good to me. Even though the girl who played Peppa didn't look like Peppa, she popping right now. So they gave her that role because she's popping on BET and All Black and UMC and all the little black straight to streaming services, shows and movies. She's on those things. I don't know if y'all have seen her, but I've seen her a couple of times in like just the past few months on different projects. So she's popping. I think she did a good job with the attitude. Salt, on the other hand, Gigi Townsend did fantastic playing Salt. She embodied Salt. Salt just didn't give her a lot of material to work with. It's church, be a stick in the mud, I'm throwing up. Like that was basically all, and I'm being dumb for a man. That's basically all we got from her. I still think that Cheryl hasn't found herself as a grown ass woman. So yeah, besides that, what else is going on? Because I feel like that's pretty much it. I mean, Herbie was a big part of it, but I just kind of felt like, child, fuck him. He wrote the music. Like, you got your writing credit. What you want, a cookie? You not Salt-N-Pepa, nigga. Go somewhere. Like, I'm just saying. And then a lot of the men were abusive, and then everybody's like trying to skate over it. Like that scene at the end when Peppa and Tretch supposedly was like, oh, I want a divorce. Didn't it seem he was about to like assault her? And then it just turned into like this argument situation. But it seemed to me like he was about to assault her. And then I had heard that was something that actually happened in their relationship, where if she didn't feel like giving him some, he would take it from her. which we don't want to say, the word because we want things to be monetized. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like they were really glazing over so many problematic things that happened in their lives. And that just was, to me, sad because it ruined the story.
I feel like this. If you're gonna do a biopic, you have to be honest about everything. Like if you're gonna um give it a Dave Pepsi ass way of storytelling, then it's not gonna be real. I like because Salt left a lot of stuff out of the story. It's a lot that she did not want to discuss. She didn't want to talk about her marriage to Gavin and what really happened with that. She didn't want to. So if you don't want to talk about certain things, why sign up to do a biopic?
Exactly. Because then
if you're not gonna keep it all the way real, like why do it?
I feel like
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think this was more about them. This seemed like a biopic that somebody do from their opinion. It did not seem as if the people who, it don't seem like this was Salt-N-Pepa's story of themselves. This was so clean cut, cookie cutter, glazed over the bullshit of it all. I do think that they both tried to glaze over the drug use, glaze over the abuse, even glaze over how bad they treated Spin, because the fact that Spin was in that group for 20 odd years or 30 odd years, for y'all to not make it seem as if y'all never talked to her, y'all never gave, like, how was there never not one conversation of y'all as a group? She was a DJ. She had to be involved. She was in videos. How do we not get not one scene of y'all making a video over all this time? I saw people say how they feel as if Pep and Scott were trying to make the movie focus more on their friendship. Bitch, that's not what we're here for. No one wants to let's see how much of friends they were. No, we want the Salt-N-Pepa story, which included Spin. And I feel like for them to include Herbie so much, the man who fucked them both over, because let's be honest, Salt and her fucks Pepper over the same way Pep and Salt is now fucking over Spin. I think I'm like, how do y'all do that? And I feel like Queen Latifah, Mario Van Peebles, I get they were given this script they did they can do, but how can y'all support this? So you know what, this is a good thing to do. How can y'all as a black man and Queen Latifah as a just of who she is? I felt like y'all watch this shit. You know what? This is great. I'm like, even if they did not want to include Spin, how did y'all not ask the actress to go talk to Spin? I feel like the reason the girl didn't say shit because she didn't have anything to reference over all this time. So it was a book. The acting was good. We can all say that, yes. But the story was stupid and it was just fake. It seemed as if the people making it they took shit we knew and put it on TV. We knew everything. Nothing came out in there that I didn't know. Nothing.
Also,
maybe Martin and them at the Sears thing. I didn't know about Martin. I don't know about Can't Play, but nothing was tellable.
Real quick. So people in my comments saying that I'm the only person that picked up on the Leslie vibe that they was giving off when they first met. I just wanted to know, am I the only one? Like at the beginning when they first met in college, and Pepper is like, "You gonna put in a good word for me at the job?"
I peeped that. Yeah, because she was like, "Hey, light skin," like, I was like, "Hold on, what?"
It was
like,
the way she was talking to her, and then somebody was gonna be like, everybody isn't gay, and I'm like, I didn't say they were gay. I said they were giving off a vibe, and to me, I feel like back then, even if they had some type of relationship that was more than friendship, they would never admit it because of the time frame in which they were in. But if anybody remembers Salt-N-Pepa from back in the day, like to me, when I was growing up, they definitely gave off a Leslie T. Especially like in the 90s and shit, when What a Man came out, y'all wasn't giving hella Leslie vibes, especially Salt, which honestly is one of the reasons why I think Salt isn't happy with herself, but I'll go ahead and let that go.
Yeah, I've always felt sexual vibes from them. Like this I felt they were a sexualized group who was trying to make women feel more comfortable being sexualized or just sexual in a way. I didn't get Leslie vibes from them, but I really did get like it can go down if it wants to go down. You know what I'm saying? I got that completely, yeah.
I got that in the first scene, and I don't know if they intentionally, they just had Peppa be she was super masculine, like at the beginning, like her vibe was kind of like she was almost dominating over Salt, but it was like kind of in a flirtatious way. And I don't know if they meant to depict it like that, and if they didn't, they should have reran that tape and had her redo it, because at the beginning I was like, what? I ain't know nothing about this.
Listen, thank you, because that was like, oh, you are the only one that saw that. I was like,
no.
I think not. Because, baby, that little, you gonna put in a good word for me? Yeah, I'll put in a good word for you. Listen, I flirted with another girl.
The slow look, the turn around,
yeah.
I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. And then kind of kept softening up throughout the rest of the documentary. You didn't really get that vibe no more. But if they didn't want it to be portrayed like that, they should have ran that back.
Right. And I just still feel like it's something about the relationships period that feels like there's some underlying shit that nobody's talking about. And I feel like that may not necessarily be a lesbian thing, no wrong, okay? Everything don't have to be, completely from that angle. But I often feel like relationship lines are blurred and people just don't want to admit that. The relationships between Peppa and Salt seem to be very codependent. Like it could run, either way. Like Peppa always needed. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like Salt was always willing to fill those shoes in any capacity. So that's why, sometimes I feel like we see a little something there. Not to say that that's what it is as adults or anything. You know what I'm saying? Obviously not. But still, back then when they were younger, yeah.
See, and I was thinking I felt like they did Spinderella wrong, because I feel like I only learned two things about her from the documentary. From the biopic. Number one was that it was a Spinderella before her, which was low-key kind of like shady for that to be one of the only things for y'all to talk about. And then for number two, y'all made it seem like what's his name? Herb was going for her. Like that was the only two things we saw. The flirtatiousness between Salt's boyfriend and her, and the fact that she wasn't the first Spinderella. Like, okay, that was it. Y'all could have gave her a little bit more.
I think they always talked about that from the beginning, how Spin wasn't the original Spin. So even for me, that wasn't shocking for me. Yeah, no. But I do from the beginning, I said they're definitely showing Herbie to be possessive, aggressive, pushy. He definitely had how he wanted things to be done. But I also feel like Salt allowed him to treat Peppa that way. It never, in my opinion, made him stop. I think the way they treated Peppa in the beginning was fully Herbie and Salt making her the accessory. As he said, she's just here to finish off the look. And my thing is, when they got the little record deal or whatever, and he told her how, I get my half, you get half too. And if you want to give her some of your half, that's on you. And the fact that she never fought for that not to be a thing, to me, I feel like she was okay with how he did things because it did not affect her. She still was able to get whatever from him, and she still was with him. I think she had this blind loyalty to him for so long, and we saw how she knew he wasn't a good person. Like, I think each time she would kind of just shrink herself and allow him to do the music, do the producing or whatever, just not even the cheating. Like when the girl called and said, change the cheats, and how she kind of just didn't say shit. How do you not say nothing?
Like, really?
I said she allowed it.
With the sheets messed up behind you, you could have sat on that bed and had come from this hole on your jeans, and you ain't gonna say nothing.
But they was playing that war music like she was gonna take something across his head. I was like, what's she gonna do? What's gonna happen? Because she like turned around, they slowed it down and played that music like, like, all right, what's gonna happen? Nothing. She gonna sit there and attack you.
Even when she left him because of the baby, I was like, even her, she left him too easy. You should have cussed his ass out for all the things he had done. A baby, bitch, and I'm holding a baby, bitch. I have to physically fight you now. This is based on what you put me through, plus a baby. I feel like they made Salt be an angel.
Yes, and I don't like that. And another thing is, what about the Gavin situation? Like, you get pregnant for Gavin and then tell Gavin, well, you came after me knowing I was still in love with Herbie. And it's like, bitch, you pregnant for Gavin, though. Like,
I don't like how they didn't show no one's wedding. Like, how do we not see them? Like, the fact that they did not address that with her husband.
They got a Grammy and they left that out of the fucking. How you leave your one Grammy out of your biopic? Like, it was just a lot of leaving shit out, bad choices, and Cheryl looking like an angel, and I don't see her that way. In all honesty, I see her as one of those evil church people, which is disappointing because back in the day, Salt was my favorite because I felt like she had the most inflection in her voice when she rapped. So, like, she was like my favorite for that reason, how she rapped the most. But now that I'm older and I've seen her on reality shows and shit, she is the most exhausting person. And I don't understand how her and Peppa are even friends because without them being flawed, they don't seem to have a lot in common or be a lot alike, except for the fact that they're flawed. That's all I got. I'm gonna go, y'all. I'm gonna keep listening to y'all though, but I'm gonna go and finish this damn workout and pass out. But I'm gonna be listening. I love y'all.
Love you.
Love you,
It was
Bundy.
a good biopic, but also a bullshit biopic. I think they allow people to make them feel as if they were right in the bullshit that they have done over the years. I think sometimes we have these famous folks who we love from afar and they think they are perfect or whatever, and the bullshit they've done won't offend us. I feel like I was like offended that they played us for fools and left spin out, and then they showed this punk ass, not real ass biopic. I'm looking like it wasn't like it was. I'm like, it was a waste of 3 hours. Even how they kept showing Salt throw up. I'm like, we get it. She has an eating disorder, but we don't need to see her throw up 8 times. And like the first throw up and the second one, we don't need no more. I feel like we get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. And even with them, how they would gloss over, Peppa meeting Tyran daddy, Peppa and Tretch having sex, like the whole like kind of fall into the bad thing. I'm looking like, no, Pep was known for dating, not to call her a hoe, but Pep was known for dating different people in the industry, and I feel like that was kind of glazed over too. It's like it was like soft porn. You have real porn that shows dick and balls and shit, and then soft porn that shows like this is thrusting. This was just thrusting porn. And I'm like, what was the point? I go to Pornhub and watch real shit. Like, why would I was like, it was soft porn.
Now, one thing I did want to say, because I stepped away for a second, but with the whole eating disorder that Salt had, I'll be honest, I didn't catch on to that until a little bit later. Because at first I thought she was pregnant again. I'm like, why is she constantly throwing? Because I know people don't want to see the visual. I want to see the visual of you actually doing this right here or taking something. Show me that you have bulimia. Because at first I'm like, why is she constantly? Is this morning sickness? And then it dawned on me like, oh, she has an eating disorder because she said this. So for me, it wasn't made perfectly clear in the very beginning.
They tried to do it when they kept, I think, bulimia, when they show her eating and ordering all that food, and then they showed all the food her throwing up. I think that was because you don't want to show someone do that because they don't want to show anyone how to do it who may not know. So I think that's the reason they never showed her do this, because if someone young watches this, they can say, "Oh, let me come and try it." Boom, now they got a whole disorder. But I do think they just insinuated it by having the. But again, the whole movie was insinuating shit the whole time. So it was an insinuation.
I mean, that's cute, but y'all don't know this, but I love me some Singer Pink. And in her video, Stupid Girl, she literally had a toothpick, not a toothpick, a toothbrush. And so people know what it is. Like, I hear what you're saying, Jay Lee, but people know what it is. Mm-hmm.
My thing with but my whole issue with this movie is that just what Bundy said. I feel like Pepper was more honest with her story, not completely honest, but way more honest than Salt ever was with hers. And I feel like even when you look back on the very show that Salt and Pepper, that show on VH1, I don't know if any of y'all remember that, but they had a show on VH1 called the Salt and Pepper Show.
Yeah, I remember
that. Come on after Flavor Love 3. Yeah. I didn't like Salt on this show.
Me neither.
Right? Because I thought that she was way too self-righteous and all of this other stuff. So I didn't like her on that show. So looking at her on this, even on this show, Ladies Night, with the show that they did recently with SWV, you know, Saul was trying to make it seem like, you know, SWV was just totally beneath them. You know what I mean? Like they didn't deserve to have this and that on the tour with him and all of this other stuff. So they've been acting like that. And they fired Spin on national TV on that show. So it's like they've been just like crap. And when I watched the movie, it's just like Spin was just some random chick.
I was
You know what I
expecting
mean?
Well,
And it's just crazy to me. And then, like I said,
I was expecting them to go
and like I said, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Scotty.
Oh well, like I was, no, well, like I said though, it's like it's like if you're gonna do a movie about your life, then be real. Ain't no need for you to be glossing over the bullshit. When like that's why I don't want to do a movie about my life because there's certain things I don't want nobody to know about me. So I don't
Girl,
want to
that'll
do
be a
no movie
whole
about my life.
porn.
But if I
Girl,
was to do a
that'll be
movie
a
about
whole
my life,
porn. Looking at your life is one big
anyway,
porn.
I don't hear anyone talking. By the way, because you know people want to be heard, child. They want to be heard, child.
But you
I
know,
do think they showed Peppa and they made it seem as if Peppa wasn't as fiery as she is. They, even though they played Salt like a perfect angel, they kind of did that with Peppa too. They made it seem as if all the bad things that probably happened in Peppa's life wasn't her fault. And I feel like we have seen Peppa over the years, and we know she is a fiery, spicy, person, whatever. And I think for them to not have that portrayed in any way. Like you can't tell me that Peppa never argued with Tretch. Like when they showed the scene of them in the bedroom or whatever, and it was more him going at her. You can't tell that Pep was in the bed all quiet, like
Oh yeah.
I think they tried to make it seem as if the men in their life who was bad guys. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like Peppa also has a spice to her that it would have been good to see her portray herself in the real light. Like Tretch was an asshole, yes, what he did, but you was still spicy as Pep with him, or even with Tyrion Daddy. Like I didn't see that in Pep. She was too quiet, and Pep ain't quiet.
Yeah, she's definitely not quiet. I think that she would have. She seems like the girl, who get down back in the day. You trying to hit me? Oh, we both fist fight.
Right.
Yeah.
But one thing that I did want to say is, I'm not. Now y'all know I do sit here and play when it comes to religion and everything, and I'm not going to go too deep. But if y'all don't understand what I'm saying, read your Bibles when I'm done with this. But I feel bad for Salt only because for you to sit here and dedicate and give your life to the Lord, the Bible speaks very, very clearly in the Old Testament predominantly, but even in the New Testament about proper wages and giving what people are owed. So to know that y'all didn't spend the way that you did her, that really rubs me the wrong way, because so you want to sit here and pump during this biopic that you are so for the Lord, but the Lord would have told you to give this woman what she is due for years of what she's done, but y'all played her to the left, and to quote Bonnie Blue, like a soybean burger bitch. So that really made me feel away. So for somebody like Saul, if your duty was to lead somebody to the Lord, I hope you know that you led some people away. On your day of atonement, your day of judgment, you're gonna have to pay for every person that you led astray for the bullshit that you done brought. But that's all I got.
Right. Because they treated that girl so bad.
What Jay Lee mentioned. Jay Lee mentioned that the entire movie was really an insinuation of a lot of stuff. And that's why it was so terrible for me. The first hour to me was spent on Huber or Herbert, whatever his name is, his relationship with the ladies. And I had an issue with that because I did not get to see the relationship with the ladies. We never even saw when when Salt had the conversation with Peppa for her to even join the group. It was like she just showed up to the studio and here we are. They just left out a lot of the background stuff that would have led us more into their lives and how they really became friends and just navigating the group and stuff. It was like a transition video. this is the era we're at. We're jumping from this era to this era.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, we're not even finna show you no era. We finna go to a commercial break and we finna come back and show y'all that Pep about to have a baby. I was like, what the fuck is this? She about to have a whole child? We didn't even know like what is happening here. Then the whole with Tyran's dad, we don't even know what happened to him. I think he ended up passing away, but they didn't even dive into that. The green screen was too much in the background. You knew it was completely fake. I hated it. I really did. I just hated the whole thing. It was trash because of a lot of the developing stuff that they could have gave us to piece together the entire movie. They didn't, and I guess it's because they were trying to hide a lot of stuff as well. And then what was the point in even having the young lady? First of all, the first girl they introduced, they did call her Spinderella, and then they had the other girl come in and call her Spinderella too. But what was the point of even having her if she wasn't gonna say shit any damn way? Like, I mean,
none. That's why I feel like it was shady.
But you know, but one thing and I think I said this in the panel in our group chat. Well, what really messed me up is like this could have been a great piece of work. Like, had they done what they did with the New Edition or the Bobby Brown biopic, where it's done over a couple of nights, but you go into the detail and the nitty gritty because a lot of things was really glossed over, and it made me so upset. And what I couldn't and let me know if y'all caught this. Were y'all confused about the timeline? Because it seemed like they did not let us know what year we were dealing
that's
with.
What I'm saying. Absolutely.
Okay.
The reason BET, I think, because BET and TV One, honestly, and Funky Down used to this too, do the best biopics because they really want to tell a true story. I think the reason that Salt-N-Pepa could not do that, they wanted too much control over the narrative. I think BET be like, no, we need some real shit to be entertaining. We don't see bad biopics on BET. I think that's the reason why they had no choice but to go to Lifetime. Lifetime don't get no fuck. They just want a show to come out. They had promoted and talked about this for so long. They had enough time to tell a whole story. And what angered me the most is how did y'all end this shit in 2005? It is 2021. How did y'all end the story 16, like, ain't shit happening in 2 years.
But not even just that. Like, when they ended it, like, why didn't y'all do what the Clark sisters did, where if y'all are at this performance, show y'all start. Granted, they fucked up that performance because a lot of that shit didn't happen. But let us see y'all as grown women doing that performance. Like, it was so many missed opportunities.
Did y'all see the real people walking down the stage? Like, they didn't even perform, but we saw them coming off the stage.
Leave it. Salt-N-Pepa has weird thought patterns. They live in an alternate universe because this was an alternate ass movie. Because like it was like to end a biopic in 2005, y'all show Spin performing in the movie, but y'all then show just y'all two leaving in real life as if she wasn't there and she was. I feel like that to me was dumb. Even the glossing over of what happened with Pep, her husband, like why was her husband never brought up again? It was they left out so much. I think that's why they was on Lifetime, because you can't do that with BT. You can't do that with TV One.
I need Lifetime to just stop making biopics.
Clark sisters come on Lifetime?
Yeah, but I think they had somebody else produced it. Well, Tony Braxton wasn't all that good either.
I mean, now, with the Clark sisters, though, there was a lot that we didn't get, but that's because of the whole church situation. So they wanted to give us everything, but the Clark sisters gave us more than what Salt-N-Pepa gave us, and I didn't like that.
I got a DVR, but I watched the Tide shit, and I probably won't because I just didn't like the way they did Spin. But I honestly do feel like if they was gonna go to any network to do this, they should have did what TLC did and went to VH1. The VH1 gave TLC a nasty biopic, baby. And what I love about
Viacom do real good with everybody.
What I love about TLC, what they did was they spent time with those girls. They spent time with those girls. They told girls intimate stories. They shared stuff with them. Like you could tell when a person has been amongst the person that they're portraying. Like you can tell it. You can see it. By what y'all are telling me, and listen, I'm familiar with the two girls, they're YouTubers, and I think they're phenomenal. And I'm glad that they're getting their chat. Shout out to them for all of the YouTubers that's making a girl. But
But you know, there was so much they could have shown. Like, why didn't we see Pepper laying down her vocals on Jasmine Sullivan's what damn it, what was that song?
Right.
Damn,
But that's
I
my
can't think
point.
of it right now, but
Need
her
You
first
Bad.
song. Why didn't they show, Salt doing her
Need You
song
Bad.
with Kurt Franklin? Like, it was so much they could have gave us. And if y'all really catch it, they really played down the What a Man, because Spin had a real good part in it. So they only showed the end piece. But why did we see In Vogue? Why did y'all show us a badly built Queen Latifah? What was up with these motherfucking wigs? Like, I was so damn confused.
Yeah, I was
No, hair
whenever they
hair
got
looked
to
like
the
that back in the
stage
day.
and then just started performing. I'm like, wait, so they never talked to each other, they just performed? I was like, hold on. Like it needed to be some conversation like,
Right.
hey,
That's my
I'm
thing.
sorry.
Lifetime rushed through all of their biopics. They
No,
just
I'm not gonna blame Lifetime for this. I blame Salt-N-Pepa. Salt-N-Pepa for the
It's
whole
them too.
time has been saying that this is them. They're doing it. Their hands on. I do not blame Lifetime for this one. Usually, when they have biopics, the people who it's about is not included, and that's why they be bad. The fact that you had Salt-N-Pepa here, Salt-N-Pepa alive, Herbie's alive, Cinderella's alive, hell, the players alive. Everybody in this, no one in this movie is dead. That's sometimes the downfall to biopics. Either it's not the person doing it or that person already dead, and so that's why it'd be funny or whatever. Salt-N-Pepa had every. If we're gonna blame anyone, don't blame don't blame Lifetime, don't blame the actors, blame Cheryl and Sandra. Them two, that's who to blame.
But can I say one
Well,
thing
I
though?
can only hope.
The only thing
Go
I
ahead.
want to say is, because again, like I'm gonna keep it all. So for all the Christians in the chat room, forgive me for what I'm about to say, but I cannot wait for the wrath of God to hit. So, and this is why I'm gonna say it, because when they did that deal, the initial deal, so Herb got 6 points, Salt got 6 points, and she chose to split her 6 with Pepper. Yet when y'all renegotiate now, Spin is in the mix. You don't want to split what you got with her, but you was willing to split it with Pep. And y'all really gonna sit here and act like Spin didn't do shit. Like she wouldn't know some of y'all tracks. Like y'all really finna sit here and do this woman like they calling her on tours and not paying her in current day for what the fuck she was owed. Like, and then to sit here and fire this woman on TV when she came and helped y'all little raggedy asses out. I mean, I'm a stalker. I'm about to say something. Okay, I'm sorry.
Darrell, I agree with you.
Pepper has been doing that for years. That's nothing new.
I felt the exact same way when it came to Cheryl. I always knew she was a nasty ass bitch. I knew that when I saw her on the show. This shit, like how Scotty talked about. I saw that show. I didn't like her then. Like she was just so fake to me. She gave me all type of what's the girl name from Mary? Is it Tina?
Yeah.
Is it Tina? Yeah, that whore. She gave me so much of her. I can't stand her. I cannot stand her. I can't. No. I hate when people do that. Don't use God as an excuse for your nice nasty. Y'all were nasty to that girl, and that girl did absolutely. And the sad part about it was, didn't they treat the first Spinderella like that? Didn't the first Spinderella leave like this one? They did her the same damn way.
It's not even as if what they did in this biopic, not including her, was new. They have been treating her this way over years. That's why she sued them, was because they kept not including her. So I feel like we can't even wish bad karma on them because it already hit them. I feel like no one is really looking. Salt-N-Pepa will forever be a staple in hip hop. That cannot be negated. But we also know that Spinderella is also a part of that legacy. But I do feel like their best days are behind them. I think Spinderella can do a real good book and give her point of view, and that book will sell out. That book will become a movie on Lifetime, probably.
No, not Lifetime. Not Lifetime.
No, Lifetime.
I'm so sick of Lifetime.
Give it to Viacom.
No, give it to HBO or something like that. That's what I would do. I would.
I want.
I will say that It's two groups that said they were doing biopics. I know for a fact that Escape is doing one. They've been having it in the works for the last 2 years, I believe. It's as far as I know, Candy said that they still working on it, and theirs is going to be on Bravo. And I think they're going to do theirs the same New Edition. I think they're going to do theirs the same way New Edition did. Basically, like a soul face, like do
I'm
it
with
like
that.
3 nights in a row or something like that. I think
Yeah,
they're
I'm
going to
with
do
that.
theirs. And I
See,
think
that's thorough.
SWB said, I think SWB also said they're going to. I think SWB said they're doing a biopic too. So I feel like if SWB do theirs, I feel like they'll keep it all the way 100 with their stuff. I really believe that.
I
Really
just want
believe
to.
they
I
do.
want to see Lily cuss Coco the fuck out. Yes,
Me
I said
too.
it. I want to.
Me too.
Cause y'all know what happened. Y'all know Lily the gave motherfucking Coco her 2.5. I'm sorry. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm being nice. I'm
Y'all want
sorry.
to see Jodeci do one? So basically, all of the movie we gonna be seeing them doing getting high and off to doing stupid shit. I guess, child. I guess. I mean, and I like Jodeci. It's no shade.
Yeah.
Hey Joda, hey C, what's good?
I want to see on the Expect one. I want to see the one. I'm on the biopic. I want to see Candy and Latasha fight. That's what
Me
I want to see.
too.
'Cause I heard they was giving each other business and everybody.
Who
I
gave
want to
who
see
gave
it now. Okay, so
I
they
mean,
were
but if
saying
they
Candy
do
and
it,
Latasha was giving each other the business when they
if
fought.
they do it, I need for them to really show us because we all know Candy is passive aggressive. I want to hear all this shady shit that Candy had to say about the
right,
sister. I want
right.
it all. I want the nasty, the
Right.
grimy, the I want my and we need to who gonna play Mama Joyce? Fuck the bullshit. Who gonna play Mama Joyce?
Loretta Devine. Let Loretta do it.
Yeah, she
Not
was
Loretta Devine.
Let Loretta do it. Loretta
Not
know how to do it.
Loretta.
If not Loretta, let Jennifer. That's a Jennifer Lewis role.
Yes, that's the one, Jennifer. Yes.
Let Jennifer Lewis
Are
do it.
we
Oh my God! I never thought
do
about
we have
that.
high expectations for Wendy Williams biopic that's to happen?
I
Yeah,
do.
You
I
do?
Yes,
actually
I
do.
do.
I'm excited about it.
I think it's gonna be heavily skewed. It's gonna be one of those things that's what did y'all say? Alternate universe? I think it's gonna be
yeah,
alternate universe for how
yeah.
Wendy
I'm
gets
not
there.
I
excited.
agree.
I'm
I
gonna
agree. I
watch
feel
it.
like that's why she's doing the documentary anyway. I don't think she's gonna cover everything in her
Nah.
show, which is
Oh,
probably
of
why
course
she got the
not.
documentary. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the fact that they show her passing out on camera and Kevin, shout out to Vicky from Tyler Perry's
Yeah.
Medea's family reunion. But when Kevin called out on her coke problem, I'm like, oh, we doing this? Are we
Well,
going
since
there?
they calling them
Yeah,
out, I
I'm like,
wonder
are
how
they
they
gonna
gonna
talk
call
about
out
it?
the fact of Kevin being addicted to synthetic weed, and that's why they had to send him away. I wonder when they talk about that.
I'll be right back.
I know that.
The first thing that caught my eye was seeing how pretty the actress was. I said, "Oh,
Okay.
she's Wendy, girl. All right, I guess."
I haven't seen the actress.
Cute or
I haven't
whatever.
seen
I mean, she's cute or whatever she is. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, Windbag, but she cute or whatever. I'll let you have it. I just
Oh
really
my
want Wendy
God.
to bear all. I feel like because
Oh.
Wendy makes her money spreading other people gossip, I really hope she do this movie justice. Like, I really want to walk away not knowing something about Wendy that I found out from the movie.
I think from the
I
preview
definitely
of
agree.
the
I
movie looks
agree.
like it's gonna be really, really
However,
good. Like the previews they played during
yeah,
Pepper, like Wendy is putting it all out there. I think that's amazing. I think also her
I hope
interview
so.
that will be after the movie looks to be good. But again, that's why I say sometimes when a person is involved and they are open to telling the truth, that's what's gonna make a good biopic. Them showing and the actress who played her who was on the Oval, I think she looks to be doing an amazing job. Like she looks like Wendy, she sounds like her. She even has her cadence together when he talks sometimes, and seeing her check Kevin about cheating and her admitting that she knew what he was doing and she was just kind of at her time. I feel like this could be one of the best biopics on Lifetime because Wendy wanted to expose everything. And I think she was smart to do that because, as they say, you can't let anybody else spray your own tea. And so for her to like, you know what, let me pick the best actress, let me have the best person to play my husband, let me put all my business that y'all did not know I knew out. And that's why I think like it's
Well, I
gonna be
wonder who
a
she
great
gonna use.
biopic.
Well, I wonder who she gonna use to play that tight ass that frowsy ass girl that stole her damn man. I wonder who she gonna get to play her.
Ooh.
Nobody. She gonna
There
be
was a lot of people
Okay.
who felt like Wendy didn't knew what he had going on.
I
I
just
just
want to
heard.
know. I want to know if they. I forget what media source it was, but I want to see if she gonna tell us who she pissed off at that media source that made them watch her for a whole year.
Oh, the Daily Mail.
There it is. I want to
They
know who
still
you
No,
pissed
they
off.
got in her
I don't
ass.
think this is the thing. I don't think she pissed anyone. I think y'all don't get how Wendy played chess, not checkers. I think she wholeheartedly knew the whole time they was following Kevin. I think she knew and she didn't care. At some point when you done, you wanted to be exposed. I think that's the reason why she acted as if she knew nothing because she also wanted Kevin to be shocked. I don't think she pissed anybody off. I think she, as she said before, you always need to have a PI on speed dial. Can't nobody tell me that she did not help them get stuff on him. I don't think the Daily Mail
I believe that.
had enough time to like just follow Kevin. I think Wendy knew that girl was pregnant. And she said she knew stuff. I think that was her
I
way of like, you
believe
know
that.
what? I'm going to expose you fully. So when I divorce your ass, I have no reason to give you any more money than I have to.
Right.
She played
Right.
herself. You have to know women, we are smart. And we can take your ass down to the draws that we bought you and leave you homeless. And I think that was her way of making sure all her ducks was in a row and she used the Daily Mail to do it.
I give you that one.
Okay, Will. It seemed, it seemed like I didn't know this biopic conversation was gonna last this long, but
We need.
yeah, great
It's
conversation,
my
great
fault. I'm sorry,
conversation.
y'all.
I guess we could get, no, you good. We could get back. We could get back to Housewives of Atlanta at this point and finish off that conversation.
I thought we
But
were.
I will start the conversation by asking this question, and I will allow you guys to tell me your opinion on it. Okay, so my thing is, being that this season has been pretty much cold
Yeah.
for the first 6 episodes, do you guys think that this episode was better and the upcoming episodes look to be much better because they are now filming as a group? Because I think that a lot of the things that was missing with the season, of course, they cut out a lot of the group scenes. We didn't see a lot of the group scenes with the girls together, and I think that's what most ensemble shows need. It's like the past trips, the group scenes and stuff like that. And I just seeing Drew interact with the rest of the girls was good.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think that that's what was missing this season, with the girls coming together, or you think it was a combination of that and them cutting out the shit that really matters and overproducing it? What you guys think?
I think
I'm
this
over the
episode
show.
was way better than the last few. Go
This
ahead. I don't know.
episode was a lot better. That's really all I got
Yeah.
to say. This episode was a lot better. I can't wait till next week episode though, baby. Drew gave it
I
to me.
agree.
Yeah, like I think with the girls filming as a whole group, it has made it more enjoyable because listen, that's the main
Mhm.
reason why we watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta is
Right.
because of the slick shade. You know, we like the good kiki. So when you have the group dynamic is much better. And I think it's more
Mhm.
enjoyable and durable as well versus everybody filming their own small little scenes because people are like, okay, can we move along the storyline? So this is
Right.
good. This is good. Finally, after 6 episodes, we're getting somewhat of a decent episode.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now, what
I
y'all think
agree.
about Shamia finally getting her confessional?
Honey, she been on there since season 8, y'all. Season
Ain't
8, she finally got a confessional. 4 or 5 years later.
hmm.
Well, 6 years later, I think. I don't
She
know.
looked good too.
She
She
was
damn sure did.
she did
I
that.
was for it. Yes, God. You better bust through for your first confessional.
Yeah, she looked amazing. I
I
wish they would
love
have let her
Shamia.
talk a little bit
Like,
more.
I love Shamia though. I've always loved Shamia. I've always wanted to see more of her on the show. Like always. That's just how I feel. Like.
How did
Hopefully,
y'all
I don't
feel
like
about
you.
Marlo showing up in that hazmat suit?
I was here for it, but then she got on the bus and took it off. And I was like, girl, the theatrics.
you know Marlo is Marlo, dramatic as hell, extra.
Yeah, that was cute. But
Typical Aquarius.
you said good old Aquarius. Kenya too, right?
Yeah, and Latoya and Ralph.
They're Aquarius.
All Aquarius.
Oh,
All
that's why they insane in the membrane. See what I'm saying? That right there. I mean, I guess let's hurry up and breeze through this shit. That's
Now,
why
I do
Ralph
want to say
like that. His season coming up.
now I do
Makes
want to say
sense.
her wig, Drew's wig, when she was trying on the outfits, I did not really care for. It was giving me like a Whitney Houston, if you just put a big old bow on top of it. How will I know if he really loves me?
I thought it was kind of cute.
I didn't like it. I was like I was upset that they
It
was
was too
calling Drew's wig a poodle wig, but once I seen that, I was like, that's the closest thing to like having something on top of her head. Now I will say there was no lace to be detected. Her lace has been laid from what I've been seeing, but I just
She been looking good.
wig.
Yeah. I just didn't like that particular hairstyle, but yeah.
Child.
Yeah, and then I think this last episode was good because they got all the ladies together. But part of me is wondering, like, did the ladies kind of not know if and when they were gonna film, and then all of a sudden they was like, film, but we gotta film y'all for 2 weeks separately, and that's why we got the first 6 born episodes. I'm not sure. Trying to get them benefit of the doubt.
It might have been them just trying to figure out how they want to do it during quarantine. Because I mean, a lot of shows are trying to figure it out. So that's why I didn't ride them too hard about it. I'm like, okay, it's during quarantine, it's during COVID. So I mean, I gave them a pass on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So I have to leave the live. Y'all have some things to get done for work or whatever. But I will see y'all next Monday. And I'll keep listening. I gotta go real quick.
Bye.
Love y'all. Bye.
All right, y'all. Love you. What time? I don't know where we was. What was y'all saying again? I missed it. Oh yeah. Your was talking about it being a cold. Talking about the pandemic being partially how they're trying to figure it out. Well, I know that Portia had to quarantine a lot during the season because there were times where she had to stop for 2 weeks because of the whole protesting thing. Like when she came back from protesting, she couldn't even film with nobody for like 14 days. So it could be a little bit of all of that. Like it may be difficult for them to film. It's like right now with Love and Hip Hop coming up, they're filming in pods or something like that, whatever they call it. Like they can't film the way they normally would. They can only film with so many people at one time, but it's not going to be the same work around it. Or like with the Basketball Wives, that's why they sitting up here filming in a house together, like they the geriatric bad girl clip. So we got to see how the hell that's going to work out. So I don't know, but that's partially what it is. And then some people are taking different precautions with they film because even on Growing Up Hip Hop, the brat sitting her ass in the kitchen with a mask on. Some of them are sitting in scenes talking with the mask on. So I don't know, but it does look like it's getting better. I'm ready to see how Drew goes off. I don't know who she going off with. My guess is Latoya. I feel like that's who she's gonna go off on, and I can't wait to see her go the fuck off on her and let her know that she's from Chicago.
Yeah,
and the last bitch that grabbed me had her face pushed into a fence. Okay, you ain't special.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm definitely excited to see Drew versus Latoya because Latoya needs to get, She needs a good read because
Right.
she's been doing too much so
Right.
far. You know, you can't talk all that ish and not expect nobody not to respond now.
What I do want to see is how Kenya's gonna react to Latoya getting lit up. Like, is she gonna step in and defend her, or is she just kind of gonna be like,
yeah,
I wanna see.
ain't she from
I don't think she does at all.
Listen, I don't know, but I do think that Drew is a good addition to the show, though. I know that she was the main one that people were worth, but I think she's a good addition. I would say that much. I think she's a great addition to the show. I like her more than most of these new girls that they brought in the past. Like, I like Drew.
Me too.
And I
What's
think she's
Fallon
very
on the
honest. So
Where's she at?
I like her.
Fallon?
Yeah, was she on the bus with them?
But she
Hey,
was
Miss J.
no.
What's good, boo?
Oh, because I ain't seen. She was
Yeah,
like
she
in one
coming
episode.
this
I
week,
ain't
though,
seen
but
her
she-
since.
Yeah. It looked like she's gonna be in South Carolina though.
Oh, okay.
I just want to highlight the fact that I didn't
But I
believe Portia when she said that she was crying because she had to leave baby PJ at the house because she's going to South Carolina. I'm like, but
I said that
did you
too.
cry when you left when you went up to Kentucky to
I
protest
said that too,
on
Jamie.
more than one occasion, and
Oh,
you
I
got
didn't even
arrested
think
on
about
more than one
that.
occasion?
I said that too, Jamie.
I did not
I
even
did. I
think
said
about
that too.
I ain't believe
But
her.
whatever, Portia, I'm gonna let you have it
And
because
I'm
I'm on your
like, I
side.
don't know, because I really don't have no opinion on this. I don't have no kids, but I'm like, are y'all really that pressed to bring 2 and 3 year olds on a vacation, or are y'all just recycling what they was talking about on Potomac?
Well, I just felt like if you got a private villa for your nanny and your baby, then if that's the case, why would you not? Okay, Portia, I know you got a little baby. You can invite your nanny or your mom or whatever the case may be. And I think Shamia got a baby or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, they're in their own little private villa. Y'all could still be in y'all big house and y'all could still film or do whatever it is that y'all are doing. If that's the case, like I just feel like if I was pregnant and I had a kid and I'm traveling around with other women and I bought mine, that's just how I would think. I would be like, well, I'm gonna just get 2 separate houses. That's just how I feel.
I didn't put too much energy into it because it's obviously meant to create drama.
But listen, I said the same thing when Monique did that to Ashley in the Wendy situation. I said, well, Monique, if you told Ashley she could bring hers, you should have gave Wendy the same damn outlet. You should. I said the same thing there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna say that for them and not say that for this. Like
what I'm saying, but I don't think that Monique was trying to create a moment. I think Kenya is trying to create a moment and a scenario so they can have it out so we can review the shit. That's all that it really is. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
I really want to know which housewives we watching the reviews. What are their names?
What you say, Niecy?
I said I want to know which housewives be sitting up waiting on our reviews to drop. What are y'all's names? Because I know they be watching. They got to.
Oh, I know they be watching.
Of course. Of course.
Well, I know for a fact that Don Juan. I do know that for a fact.
Say what?
I know.
What you said, Scotty?
So I know that if Don Juan watch it, Candy probably watch it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Speaking of Candy, did y'all hear when she told Tanya that she gets people to sign NDAs when they do their threesomes?
And she should.
And she should.
The way how they dragged that whole situation in season 9, I would have as well.
And I think T.I. and Tiny said the same thing. I heard them talk about that before, so I was like, yeah, for sure you do, Candy.
I wonder if they have to pay those people as well when they do that. I wonder if they probably don't. They probably like, girl, ain't nobody gonna pay you.
Well, shoot, I don't know. I'm trying to think, would anybody want Candy and Todd, like Mama Joy say, 2 little people with big heads?
Nah.
Not to say they are unattractive, but I'm just saying, somebody like, oh my gosh, I want to lay up with Candy and Todd. I don't know.
They might.
No. Child, Candy pussy tied and through. Everybody done had it in the damn industry, child. I don't want to hear about nobody who want to be laid up with Candy. Ty want to do it, let him do it.
All I want Todd to do is to squash his little beef with Carlos King and give us another Hollywood Divas. That's
Yes,
what
I miss
Oh my
Hollywood.
God, yes, please.
Lord, that
I
was my
love
show.
Hollywood Divas.
Lord, that was my show.
That show was so good.
That I used to love that show. Paula J. Parker was pretty much the Jackie Christie of that show. She was crazy, dramatic, and just made the show what it was. I used to enjoy Paula J. Parker and Countess
Good
Vaughn.
look,
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Countess Vaughn used to read her stuff before we had a chance to. That's what I love about Countess. Countess read herself first and lived for it.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Countess, I'm glad you brought that up, sis, because I felt the same way.
Hilarious.
Now the music video that Countess did, they could have kept that, but it was great comedy. It was great
Oh
comedy.
no, I did that. I talked about that, and they dragged the hell out of me on my video
Don't
about
bring
that.
Savannah back, though. I did not like that. Please, I hope they don't bring Savannah back.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, Savannah.
yeah, oh, geez. Oh, God.
When what's that girl Malika? When she can read you,
Yeah, baby Malika read her down.
right?
That was
That was a mess.
yes.
That was
Right, exactly.
Now I don't know
feel
who
like
did
if
it,
they
but we
bring
also
Hollywood
need R&B
divas
divas
or
back.
R&B divas back, they should. I was just about to say something about that. If they bring
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood divas and R&B divas, I
Mm-hmm.
say don't put it on TV One.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. If you put it nowhere else, like a VH1 or a BET, y'all they can just the work be done. I can see it being on our own network. Put it on there.
Child, put it on
Yeah.
BET. BET need it. Let BET do it.
They bring it back. I will review it just so I can read the eyes out of Black Dumb's Nikki Gilbert and also Lil Mo. I would do it. I would do it.
I love the little Mo up there.
Ooh,
I saw for because
I dragged Lil Mo them last 2 seasons.
Lil Mo was funny. Who I didn't see it for was Kelly Price.
Ooh,
Oh hell no!
her that attitude was nasty. Ooh, it was like a R&B version of Kim Burrell nasty attitude.
I'm done.
Well, Kim Burrell is worse, but you know, I'm trying to say.
We don't need Buckle
If you want to know how I feel about
don't
Kelly
need
Price on that show, just watch my old reviews. Just watch my old reviews on that show because I drug her every damn week. Every week I drug her ass.
Don't get
Every
me
day.
wrong. I love Kelly
Every
Price. I still listen to her music, but I did not need to know her as a person. As a person, oh no, man.
Oh wait, somebody said in the comments,
She
Stacey
was
Francis.
terrible.
Oh,
Okay?
I could not stand Stacey Francis ass
I could not
either.
stand her. I couldn't stand her ass. Oh my God. I couldn't stand Stacey.
Mhm.
That's another person I used to drag every goddamn week. I used to drag her every week on my videos. One day, I drug her so bad I came out of my clothes on camera just to drag her.
Oh
It
my
was just
God.
that serious for me.
Do y'all remember
Like,
that
oh my God.
reality show? Do y'all remember that reality show that it didn't come out, but it really should have? The one where it had Keely Williams up there and Pharaoh.
Oh yeah.
No.
That girl. I know what you're talking about. See that girl group show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pilot.
I really wish they would have bought that out. Lord, I would have had a ball with them. When Pharaoh tried to sing "Say My Name," oh my God, I would have had a field day.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing, like to the 10th power, very much so embarrassing. Why?
Girl, Kiki ain't
Because
gonna
she
do
just
nothing
made
but
herself look like a whole damn tune.
If they bring
Kiki
R&B
just gonna be
divas back, they
pregnant.
may bring Keely. They may cast Keely to be on the show.
They should.
For what?
What you gonna do? Oh, get sick and tired of your broken promises.
She ain't got nothing else to
That's
do.
it.
Child.
It'll be something to do. Everybody else got
You
something
know
going on.
what?
It'll be something for her to
Could y'all
do.
imagine?
That's true.
It would
That
give
is
us time to
true.
read though.
Mm.
It would. It most definitely would now. It would. Like for real, for real.
Right.
Oh my God. But
She said, but you wasn't singing though. Yeah, you won't sing it, Farrah. Your mic was off, girl. Don't get up there and try to
Latavia
make
wasn't
it
singing either.
sing
Latavia wasn't singing either.
Mm.
She sung the
she
Sweet
definitely
16.
Latavia tried
wasn't.
to sing something, but it didn't work out for
She
her.
sung the Sweet 16. She told Sweet 16 up. That's my
She,
song on the record of the wall.
she,
Oh shit.
yeah, she did say you couldn't tell Lil Jack and nothing. She did tell, you can tell Lil Jack and nothing. 16 thought she knew it all. She did sing
That was
it.
Okay.
I mean,
She sucked her ass off on Sweet 16. That's why I didn't understand why she got up there and tried to act like she couldn't sing. I'm like, Latavia, come on, bruh. Oh my God. I'm a huge DC4 fan. I love the original Destiny's Child.
Yep.
Please don't do this to me.
Yeah. Now, had they had Latoya on there,
I
Latoya would have
swear.
said
Latoya would have gone down.
Yeah, she definitely. She would have stayed all the way down to the ground, honey. Yes.
She definitely would have. Like for real, for real.
I'm
She
so
would
glad she
have.
made a
It
comeback.
was
Go ahead, Scotty.
I want to know what this sixth album, since you brought Latoya, since you brought up Latoya, because I know that the reality show that her, Monica, and all of them are on, they're filming, and they said that she's going to discuss her divorce on that show this season. So this season might be a little bit good this season. I might
Yeah,
have to
you
review it
might
this
watch
season.
it.
She's talking about her divorce.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Last
She,
season was good.
yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay, now when that show, I love Monica now. I really do. But she doesn't open up a lot on that show
Oh
either. Like she likes
no,
to keep her shit under
not at
wraps
all.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, she would never open up at all.
she tried a little
I'm
bit.
surprised she talked about the divorce as much as she did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised she did as much as she did, but I know she's never gonna get into why her and Shannon really got a divorce. But we all know why. He was cheating on her. We already
I
know.
thought you was gonna say he was on drugs. Because that's what he was looking like on Instagram
Yeah,
for a
he
little
He
looked
bit.
did look like
bad.
he,
He
yeah,
looked
he
bad.
did.
He looked like he was
He looked
going.
like Delonte West. They need to go and
He
check on him.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, he
sweet.
was looking bad, like
Child.
like straight
Gonna be
up.
a lot to talk
But
about.
but Latoya new next time might be good, huh?
I said it's gonna be a lot to talk about on T.I. and Tiny Family Hustle. You know, Zanique done had her baby. You got the divorce and stuff going on over here with Miss Thing, Toya, and then you got, unfortunately, Lucci done got locked up. So now we have to see how that's gonna work out with Reginae. She's still holding him down to the ground.
Right.
And then I think her mom may
Her
be preparing to
dumbass.
get married soon. So it's gonna be quite a few things to
Latoya
get
getting
into.
married.
Not Latoya. Yeah, Latoya. Her
I mean,
mom.
yeah, Toya, y'all know. Who she getting married to?
I forget. She called him Red. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. Like, I think he's an
See, I
entrepreneur.
didn't even know she was with anybody.
She's been engaged for a minute, though.
Yeah,
right?
at least a year now. A year and some change.
I just
What
want,
happened?
I just want for Latoya
Her
to
baby
make the
daddy.
most of this moment. Like when the season is over, she better drop a song and a video that day when the season finale hit. If she don't do it, I'm gonna be mad at the motherfucker. I ain't even lying to you.
Now y'all really talking about Latoya. I was talking about Toya. Lil Wayne.
I don't give a fuck about Paperback Toya. I'm talking about the Latoya Luckett. I said what I said.
No, I was answering T when T was
Oh, I'm
asking about
sorry.
Toya.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm
I wanna
sorry.
make
My
sure
Now,
bad.
he was listening.
Latoya don't got no, I don't know what she getting a divorce, but Toya,
Right,
Wayne,
Oh, okay, that
she's
one.
the one in a relationship
right. That's
that
what
about
we
to
was
get
talking
married.
about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm
Yeah, that was
all the
chill.
way. I'm all with you, real when he don't give a fuck about Paperback Toya, because I, for one, can't stand Paperback
I
Toya.
love
I don't give a fuck about her getting married, so I ain't gonna have shit to say about this. I do not like Toya at all.
I love me some Toya. Why you don't like Toya? What she did?
I don't like her because I'm biased. I'm biased because it's about K Michelle. That's why I don't like
Oh
her.
dear God!
Oh,
Listen,
gotcha. And
okay.
K
I don't like
Michelle
her.
is she got like a new name for her country music career. She's changed her name because she's about to
Smart.
pursue her country music. I forgot the name. It's Jack something. Is it Jack Jackson or something like that? It's Jack
What?
something, and she's about to start her whole. She's working on her country music.
She got a good voice for it.
Mm-hmm.
She do.
She
Well, I
needs
do
to
know she
change her
working on her country
attitude though.
music. I do know that.
She needs to change her damn attitude. But I mean, she got a good voice. Just that attitude is fucked up. Like, how you gonna go on a country music awards and say I can sing better than every last one of y'all? Like, why you do that? Why you do that? I was so mad with her.
I'm weak.
Cause that's what she do. She doesn't think before she say any damn thing, which is why she's where she is.
Listen, Toya had to find out about mint hits on her damn own. Okay.
Okay. And she really
She
learned
had
her
to
lesson
find
at
out
marriage
about
boot camp.
Child.
Because marriage boot camp, I thought Memphis was gonna hit her when she was sitting down at the table. I was like, no, who he jumping at? He was out of
the whole
control.
thing. You letting the
I'm
whole
so
girl
glad
hit
she
on that.
Well,
That
I
boy
just
got
want to say,
booty in the industry, and you allowing him to put his hands on you, bitch. I know you fucking lying. I would have took the hardest skillet I could find, and I'd have busted his head right up into the goddamn white meat. That's how my mama taught me. I
I
don't know
just
why.
want to say, my favorite K. I know we ain't talking about my favorite K Michelle song is "Pay My Bills." Cause when she said "I'ma fuck you," like I'm trying to pay bills, I'm like, oh, well, oh damn. I still play that shit. I still play that song to this motherfucking day. I don't care what y'all talking about.
I'm weak,
You gotta flip that song.
child.
Georgia
But it's not.
Power,
Yeah,
we will be
child, but
babysitter tonight. You will. That's what she said.
that's what she said.
That's what she said.
No, that's most definitely what she said. But that's why I don't like Rashida. I don't like her nor Toya. Like both of them can hop on a parachute and away for all I care. I don't like neither one of them.
Yeah, no, Rashida was fucked
Yeah.
up. I didn't like the way Rashida went about that.
But you know what? Yeah, Rashida was whack, but she just that person, including to expect. And those highly priced clothes that she sells at Press are so whack when you can find it at your local Rainbow for $12.
Okay,
So
period.
bye.
Period. Y'all spending $70, $90 for some
So
cheap
bye.
shit that you could go to the swap meet. Girl, please. That's
Now
what you need to be.
wait. Don't hate on the hustle. Don't hate on the hustle now. Like, let her make her money. Because
Listen.
everybody, look, no, everybody that was going down to Lanithia's fucking place buying them fucking overpriced ass turbans and fucking caftans and shit. Let Rashida make her damn money.
Not Rashida.
Not Rashida.
Child, please.
I do
Rashida
not
need
like
to pedal
Rashida.
that cheap
That's one
shit
person I would never
down
let.
at the local swap meet. That's exactly where that shit belongs. That's where she got it from. And she tapping on high ass prices and tags on that cheap shit. And it fall apart. I've been told y'all that a long time ago.
But you know what?
Yeah, eating her up.
But you know what? Somebody in the chat just said that they think it's funny that and Kirk are the couple goes on Love and Hip Hop, and I think that is very funny to me as well because them folks on Love and Hip Hop really be looking up to Kirk and Rashida like they just
Yes.
like
Remember that
Yes, they
segment
do.
when
like
Nia asked them,
like
oh, how do y'all feel about them? And everybody was like, we just did just a couple goals. I said, I was so shocked. I was like, I know y'all on that BS.
I be feeling the same way about Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. Every time I see them, I be like, dang, like I ain't never seen nobody play off a side baby as well as they do. Ever.
You know, I really don't like
about
to.
the side baby.
Huh?
What
What'd you say, Dad?
I forgot all about the side baby.
You see?
Me
You
too,
see?
girl.
They done pulled the
Yeah,
blanket
I
over
forgot he
everybody's
had-
head.
Me too.
They be doing a
like
lot
they
on
don't
social media.
even let it touch them.
Hey, Niecy,
They
so
do. They
Too Feisty 2007 said, Niecy Dixon, girl, get out my head.
Yeah, we see each other too feisty.
Oh, yeah.
Well, y'all, being that Love and Hip Hop is about to come back, and I know it's gonna be coming on Mondays. What day do y'all think we should move this panel to? Should we keep it on
We shouldn't.
Mondays or should we
We
move
shouldn't. Leave it where it said, fuck them.
I feel the same way. I'm not interested in
it?
seeing that shit. I'm tired of seeing the same recycled ground and
I,
hoes. Sick of
I haven't
seeing it.
watched Love and Hip Hop
Okay.
in so long.
I'm about to say,
Yeah,
fuck them.
like,
No.
I DVR it.
Scotty, fuck them and they brown ass toenails, they
Period.
motherfucking dusty ass wigs.
Period.
Fuck them the long way. I don't care. I don't care.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, if we reviewing Love and Hip Hop, we might as well review a Tyler Perry, like what a Ratchet Tyler Perry scripted series.
I'm not doing that and
the
Basketball Wives. All right, y'all better pick y'all poison. What is it gonna be? It's not gonna be both. It's one or the other.
It's just so fabricated and it makes it unenjoyable. It's not fun like it used to be, like it's like so predictable. It's the same recycled storylines with different people. It's just boring.
Yeah, I can tell that they were recycling shit when New York first came back season 4 and they had Peter Guns and the Tara and the Alina thing. It was the exact storyline as Jocelyn Stevie. It was the same damn thing. Then this season you had Shooter and Cheyenne and Kiyomi, the same damn thing. So you expect me to believe that this man got a woman and she don't know that he bringing his side chick to the reality show? Okay.
Now, Scotty, all I'm gonna say is this on some real shit. Unless they gonna give us a Jocelyn Hernandez or a look-alike running through the damn stage and audience, putting paws on everybody that is on the show, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I'm over them. Because then that means
I'm probably the only person that don't care about that.
That means we're gonna have to deal with the likes of Fresher with a PH and Jen. Oh no, ma'am. I am done. No.
Wait. So more Zatea said, "Hey maid." Oh, that was a lie. Hey maid, that was the lie. Jocelyn Hernandez.
That was the best one.
Oh, baby.
Hey, babe.
I see you on your
You got your makeup outfit on like you want.
And now I'm saying that for everything.
So can I ask y'all this? Let me ask y'all this. Because I do know, like I said, Love and Hip Hop is coming back. I know they're going to start it off with this lame ass Love and Hip Hop family reunion stuff. But I want to ask y'all this. We haven't seen a Love and Hip Hop show in over a year now. So why is it, guys? What is it about this show that makes y'all be over it? Because I thought that with the last season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I thought it was a pretty good season, and I thought that people really from them. But now, as we've not had Love and Hip Hop for the last couple of months, it's like no one cares about it anymore.
I think it was a good season because Light Skin Keisha
Do you
was
think
on
they
there.
need to?
Yeah.
Me too. I agree.
I mean, I think that they need to be real about it because it's so contrived. Like they can do Love and Hip Hop Chicago, but if they do it, they got to sign some release forms for shotgun bullets and shit. But if y'all come to my city, you gonna get some real shit. But I don't think they willing to pay for those releases and liabilities and some showings. Cause you gonna need some showings bringing your ass to Chicago, but you'll get some good fucking TV bringing your ass on over here.
I would live for that. Then I would be excited for Love and Hip Hop. I'm tired of seeing the same old people with the same old drama and the same old storylines. I'm tired of it.
I just think that it's so overly produced.
And I think the
think
problem
that
is, yeah.
My bad, Scotty. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Josiah.
Oh no, I just felt like it's so
No, go ahead.
overly produced. You know, like the storylines is fabricated. I think if it's like more of a reality show, like at least okay, we all know that all reality shows are fake, cool, but it's like a damn ghetto soap opera.
Yeah.
Well, hip hop soap opera. You know, it's like predictable. You know what's coming up next, and like T said, the same people that's on the show, we need new blood as well.
Mm-hmm. And even if we recycle storylines,
Yeah, I think that's the
do it with brand new people. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be the same storyline, but when you got brand new people that we don't know and we getting the real from it, that's one thing. But when you're using the same people redoing storylines from another group, it's like the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone.
I think Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was probably the only one that was still thriving, but even they're getting stale. And I think the reason why Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has gotten a little bit stale because of the fact, well, they did have a good season this past season, and I think it's because of the new blood that they had, like like the light skinned Keisha and the Cheyennes and the people like that. They made it more interesting. But I think Hip Hop Atlanta, they do need to get rid of half the cast, starting with me. Mimi hasn't given us anything since she got with Ty. She can go. Kirk and Rashida, girl, go. Don't care about Kirk and Rashida. Go, go.
Mama D
Go.
can't go though.
Like, I'm over
Yeah,
Kirk and
we
Rashida.
need
Let
Mama
it go.
D. We need Mama D.
Mama D gotta stay.
And you know what?
Oh,
Since I'm
can
on,
go. Mama
since
D
I'm on
can
here,
go.
wait, since I'm on here and CC Freak in the comments, we still need for Viacom to do Mothers of Hip Hop. I want
Lord,
my show
y'all go.
Mamas of Hip Hop.
That would be
Okay,
like
That would be good.
okay, starring Mama D and Mama Dap. Those need to be the main
And y'all
two
co-signing
Mama
this shit.
starring
Joy,
this shit.
Mama Joyce and the OLG on there too.
We can get them too. We get them too. I'm telling you, this is rating gold. We know what we talking about in that
But
order.
even now, Love and Hip Hop Miami is kind of making their way up because they had a good season.
Oh,
The
that
last
was a
season
good.
that they had was a good season, and I think it's because they got rid of the people that we really didn't need, and it was full of new people. I think it's actually good this time around because we saw less of Bobby, which was great. We did not see
Right,
Bobby like that.
right,
We saw more of these girls who actually knew how to rap. We saw
right.
like a lot of stuff on that show that was actually pretty good. So that was the reason why Love and Hip Hop Miami actually came up. Love and Hip Hop New York, they was overhyping this 10th season, like the comeback season. They pulled all the stops to bring back all these people from the past. You brought back Chrissy and Jim. You brought back Erica Mina. You brought back Samaya and Olivia, but didn't do
It didn't
shit
do
with them.
anything. Yeah.
Nothing. It was
Didn't do
hot
nothing
garbage.
with them. And we had to sit there and look at Fresher, lizard face ass, tell this
Right.
girl that she gotta get her body done to be successful. All of this other stuff. So it's kind of like
And not to
if you
mention
was gonna
Shitty
bring, if you was
Pete
gonna
Pete, not to mention Shitty Pete Pete, Richie Dollars, and Cisco trying to fight and bot and all that shit. Like girl.
just
I want to say this right quick.
yeah, that
So
was stupid.
I just want to say this right
That
quick
was
so that we have it documented. So if it happened, I want my coin. But if they come out with tubers of or the real social media influencers of, I want my motherfucking money because I done called it here first.
They
If we
had
come
that
out
show.
with a show, what
They
happened?
had that. What didn't they have that show?
What show?
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about Rich Kids, the one with Magic Johnson.
Okay, so
Never
if they
mind.
do a real YouTubers of or the real social media influencers of, if that shit come out, y'all heard it here first. January 25th, 221 at 10:11 p.m. Central Time. I said it and I want my money.
It's 10-11.
Here it is. It's probably 11 for you.
Oh, it's
But
early.
but even like and like even Love and Hip Hop New York. Like if you was gonna have a comeback, you need Fresher and Jen anyway. You could have got
Right.
me Tara and Amina again, and they disgusting bullshit. You could have gave me them. At least their triangle was entertaining. I couldn't wait to see who was pregnant
Yeah.
next.
Right.
I think Love and Hip Hop Hollywood needs to be revamped. April looked at a damn fool last season,
It
bring her
does.
ass on there with Lil Fizzle Pop, as we call him. I feel like that we need a whole new cast on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood because that was one of my favorite franchises. But season 6, I don't know what happened there.
They ruined it. Like Love and Hip Hop Hollywood had a damn good season. That season that K Michelle first came on there, that was probably their best season. And then they came back 6 with them ugly ass cameras, but their production storylines weren't worth a damn. And April just looked dumb.
Right.
Like straight dumb. And Fizz looked straight dumb and smoked out. Dumb.
Paris
Then you
gotta
got dumb and dumber. Yeah, I can't stand Paris, Journey. Like I hate her.
I can't
I
stand
can't
her.
Yeah,
stand
Paris
Paris. She
needs
got
to
to go.
go.
Can't stand
Paris and Zell. I'm so sick of them. They need to
No,
add.
I can't.
I can't stomach them.
They can definitely head out.
Like I can't with them.
They said that Brooke
Barney B, she can go too.
Who?
Brooke. They said
Oh yeah.
Brooke Valentine coming back. She was on maternity leave for the last season. That's why she wasn't there. Which I found kind of strange. I mean, everybody else showed this pregnancy. I mean, it would have made you a lot more interested.
I think that was her choice though.
What you say?
I think that was her choice though. I think she said in the interview that she filmed while she was pregnant.
Yeah, she
Oh,
had a
and then
tough pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she that made sense why she wasn't filmed.
So that's why
I
she
get
didn't.
it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Why? Okay, here's another thing with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Not only did they like season 6 was just fucked up all the way together. They fucked up the cast. Because why did we have Barney B again? What was the point of having Brit? Why? What? Who cares about? Did made Lyrica and A1 the anchors of the show pretty much? Who gives a fuck about them?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about their marital issues.
I mean, we only
Mama
care
A1
about
is stay.
A1. Like, I don't care about them.
we only care about the mamas. We only care about Lyrica
Yeah.
Senior and Mama Dab. Those are the only two we care about. Fuck their kids.
Yeah.
Just give us them.
We
Mothers
don't
of
care
hip hop.
about the kids at all. Yeah, we
I
don't care.
feel the complete opposite. I don't see it for the WB Frog and V Rank body double. I don't see it for them.
Oh my God.
I feel like they don't need to be on the show with their offsprings. Get rid of all of them. All of them had it through. I mean, but I guess it's your world.
But how y'all think the show is gonna fare now that Moniece is done with the show? So how do y'all think the show is gonna
I
be
don't
now
like
without Moniece?
I don't like it. I'm gonna miss Momo. She was my
I don't
favorite.
like it either.
Yeah. Monique was the show to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was my most favorite. I don't
Yeah,
like it.
Moniece
That
was.
she was definitely a fave. And then is Masika even on the show? I used to love when her and Hazel
why?
used to go at
I
it.
hope.
Oh nah. Mm-mm.
I hope.
Man,
I
I
think
tried
got
to
into it
watch
with VH1.
Masika and Hazel
Ramona.
the conversation. Oh goodness, I tried to watch that on
Oh, that was
Zuzu.
hard.
I couldn't.
Look.
I couldn't finish it.
So, Scotty, I want to say this to you, Scotty. If they bring Hazel Beak back on Love and Hip Hop, I won't review it. So we can. I sit here pretty on the panel, but I'm not reviewing it. If they bring her ass back, I got nothing for her.
I'm not gonna review it either if they bring her back.
Hazel
I
will
don't
definitely
know
be
how
back.
long.
Y'all know Hazel need that check. She just had that baby. She want to find her new man. Okay, Hazel
Right.
will definitely be back.
Not after those colorists
And
think that.
then don't let Masika
Right.
come back because now you got Hazel married and stuff, and then you got Masika over here that got married in 30 seconds, and here it is before we can even get to a minute. They already breaking off their engagement. So she done got proposed to, and then here it is. You know, the engagement is in limbo. So you know Hazel gonna be ready to go on her head for that. She gonna be ready. So I watch it. I'll review it if the two are bickering.
If
As
wait,
long
if
as
the
it's
two
not
are
like
on
It is
there,
entertaining
if the two
though.
are on there, yes. But if we don't have Masika, but we got Hazel Beak, I can't do. I can't.
Right,
damn.
right.
From Hazel
Child.
Beak.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
wait. But Jamie, to be honest, what we gonna do if Toucan Sam ain't got nobody to go against? We got nothing, absolutely nothing. So why am I finna watch?
Not Toucan. She gonna always have
See?
a issue with somebody. But I will say this: if they gave me Omarion and Orion,
She got blue.
I'm good. They don't even have to bring Hazel and them
Yeah,
back.
now I'm
I don't
for
care what they
Omarion
are.
and
They do
Orion.
that.
I'm for that. I'm for them if they come. I'm for it.
Just say the word.
I'll be straight.
Yeah,
Even if
I'm
they brought
for it.
Raspy,
Well,
I'll be
Omarion
too
probably
big.
not gonna do it again.
You say what?
Why not?
He was supposed to be on the last season.
Why
He was
not?
supposed to be on last season. Oh, y'all talking about what I said about Omarion? I don't think Omarion would do it. I think he's
Why?
too big to do
Why?
it now. I
That's
don't see him
Because
doing
some
it now.
fuck nigga and some fuckhole talk you out of your coins. Come up here and pay him just like you've been doing. Listen, you was the topic of conversation all of this time. You weren't there all of this time, but you was the topic of conversation. Your name just kept ringing up, and you may as well come.
Might as well do a few cameos
He
here and
ain't gonna
there.
You
do
may as well
it.
come. You should have got residuals from the last season because your name kept being brought up. That's how I feel.
And y'all know he had that big millennial tour, and that ended up getting canceled due to the pandemic. So he may need a coin or something. He may be like, I'll do it for a
Exactly.
little bit.
Exactly. I would be down for it.
But you know how this some of these. I would be down for it too. Don't get me wrong, but you know how some of these people are. They don't want to do it. They feel like they're too big to do it at this point. And he ain't that big at this. He never was that big, but he could do it at this point. But you know how they are. How people can be. So hell, J Boog did it. You know.
I actually see it.
And who was that Mickey Monday dude?
I wouldn't mind if Jake Bug got a personal thing on the show. I'll be here for it. I like them up there.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was honest and
Yeah.
100 about his stuff. So you know. But Panzel got to go. Who told them
Yeah.
we need them? But
Not a good
please let them
combo.
go. Let them go.
What about Apple Watts? Are
Like,
y'all down?
go.
Oh yes, I need Apple
She
Watch.
was-
I like Apple Watch.
I need
I
Apple
love
Watch.
Apple.
That's how long I haven't watched.
Why
I
you
used
don't
to
like
like
Apple?
Strawberry Watts. I used to like Strawberry when he first came on the show. But this last season, she didn't really give me anything. And she didn't really serve a purpose. So that's why I feel like Cucumber Watts can go, honestly.
Cucumber.
But, you know.
All I'm gonna say is this: this bitch is Apple Watts. That's my favorite line. She said, "This bitch is Apple Watts." I love that shit. I
What
love it.
about Ray J and Princess? Are we here
No.
for them to be
No,
Go.
they need to
Get rid of
go.
them.
They
Get
already
rid of
on Zeus. I think they're both EPs on Zeus. They never coming back.
What about
Okay, good. I'm
Tierra
glad.
Marie?
She
No,
can stay there too. I'm
Yeah,
over Tierra Marie and her
She can
her letting them exploit all of her issues with alcoholism and all and men and all. I'm over that. I want her to focus on music. That's what I want Tierra to do.
True that.
Yeah.
But she did just lose
Like-
a lot of weight.
I would definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So this would be the perfect time for you to come back out with an album. You got vocals. It's not like you can't sing. Girl.
And it's not like she's like old or anything. Like she's in her early
Right.
30s. She just come on out with some music. She got time. So, you know, she could definitely come back out. What about I could care less if Miss Nikki Baby come back or not. Because she don't
Oh
give
no,
me nothing. And I don't see
she
why
didn't bring
everybody
anything
likes
the
her.
last
So what
few
y'all think about her?
seasons.
She ain't got to if she don't want to.
Why,
What about Yo Yo?
why does everybody like her? Go. Bye, Yo-Yo. Bye.
You don't want Yo-Yo back? I thought Yo-Yo was cute.
No.
She got on my nerves at the
She
reunion a little
cool,
bit.
but not for
trying to
this
take
show.
it to April. But other than that, I kind of saw for Yo-Yo.
he cool. I don't want to see her on shit there. Like if they did a show about old school rappers, like if she did a show with some people like Roxanne Shante, some people like MC Light or something like that, I'll watch that type of people. I don't want to see her on Love and Hip Hop. I don't want to see her on Love and Hip Hop. Somebody brought up Nia. I'm the only person that like Nia. The only one. Because nobody
Nia?
cares about Nia but
I
me.
forgot all about Nia.
I like
Yeah.
Nia.
Wow.
She just never
I ain't
did
like her.
anything.
Soldier's ex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ain't like her big
Well,
forehead.
they like
ass.
her.
I ain't like her.
Damn.
I like her. It's a no for me, man. It's a no for me.
Why you didn't like Nia, Terrence?
I did not like Nia. I always felt like Nia was a fucking fool for that ugly ass niggas. I can't. No, I can't. I can't. And then I don't like it when somebody try to act like they hard. Let's not sit here and act like what was that girl name? That whipped her ass. What was that girl name? Was it not? That's her name.
I don't remember her name though.
I was for it. I was for it.
Nas kept beating Nia ass too. She stayed beating her ass.
Fuck out of here. You trying to end our friendship over this fuck nigga girl? Get the hell out of here. I ain't see it for you.
Well, however, you guys, we've been up here for like 3 hours and 14 minutes. I think it's about that time to call this a night. Yes, indeed. This was a great conference. This was a funny live. Your real and Terrence was lit. Got these people thinking we fighting for real and we wasn't. Like, oh my god.
How you just gonna call us out like that? Like those people came up with that.
Scotty likes to pretend like his hands are always clean, so we'll let him have this. His platform. We'll let him have it.
You're right.
Somebody asked about BBOD. They cannot return. BBOD cannot come.
No.
Bum bitches on deck? Oh no, ma'am. I don't want that. I don't want bum bitches on deck at all. No.
Rashida can come back though. I like Rashida Ali, especially when she was reading Yandy ass.
Oh girl, no.
Not Rashida.
No.
I don't like
No.
I don't like Rashida.
She got me blocked anyway, so fuck her. No.
So your feelings hurt.
No.
Oh, your feelings hurt.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, her feelings was hurt because I drug her ass on that video. That's why she. Her feelings are hurt. Nah. Okay.
You know what, Scotty? I do want to say this for those that think I don't like Aquarius, like Scotty. I actually don't mind them, and I'm about to piss somebody off right quick. I just don't fucking like Aries. I said it. Okay. I don't give a fuck. Look, I got 2 Aries in my life right now, and I'm related to both of them. I can't stand y'all asses. I can't say I don't like y'all asses. Like, I mean, you cool, but fuck Aries. I said it.
Listen, who was the Aries that hurt you? Who hurted you?
To his family.
Okay. Aries are the most coolest people.
You a lie to have. You a lie to motherfucking have.
Listen, we don't come for nobody else. They come for us. Okay?
I ain't never had an issue with Aries.
Lies.
I'm just saying.
Shut up.
Aquarians don't come for anybody, okay? Like, we don't anybody. Like, we don't shade.
You speak for yourself. You speak for yourself. I don't fucking
Aquarius is equivalent to SG Rose, girl. Don't nobody give a damn about y'all.
Okay, wait. So
wait a minute.
Wait, so Nafisa said, Nafisa said, who raised you? Because Aries are the bomb. My mother is in Aries and my middle brother is in Aries. There we go. All right.
Aries raised you. They say who raised you? My mama, man. Good night.
Right. Child.
I love her dearly. But again, fuck Aries. I said it.
Okay, what? So let's
Yes.
if you don't mind, let me just ask you what is it that you don't like about Aries? What about Aries annoys you, sir?
Can I tell you what I don't like?
What?
What
Okay.
was that, Jack?
I don't like that they controlling, and I don't like that Aries like to point out what the fuck wrong with you, but they ain't got no damn issues. Bitch, I'm looking at your issues. You out here pointing out what's going on with everybody else. But that's just my experience with Aries that I don't like.
But I am with you on that, Jamie.
Well, look,
We'll say that.
the Aries that I know, the Aries that I know like to start shit, and when you come to them with the fuck shit, they want to sit here and act like, well, I didn't do nothing. I'm so innocent. If you don't get the fuck out my face with this bullshit.
First of all, that is not true. Okay. Like
It may not be for you. It may not be for you. You might be the exception. But look, I'm just saying, my mother is a March Aries. My brother is an April Aries. I done see both sides of the fucking spectrum.
I have never started anybody with nobody unless somebody come for my neck, and then that's when. Now we do have a thing of going to maybe taking it too far if somebody comes for us. Maybe we don't start.
Maybe. Oh, we doing babies. Okay. All right. Okay.
You know what? Before we end this live, let's just go around the circle and talk about why we don't like each other's sign. Conversation.
Because I would like to know why y'all don't like us.
Why we don't like.
I'll start.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Why we don't? Now, I guess all of y'all can say because we are on Josiah, who is an Aries.
Okay,
and
y'all.
I'm real on his dislike.
It's an easy turn.
And I'm the most quiet one up here. I'm getting tired.
He said, I feel like
Jamie already said her piece. So, what is it about? Terrence and Niecy, why don't you like Aries? Do you have a beef with Aries? Because if you do, let's talk about what your beef is with Aries.
Let's not make this an Aries live, okay?
Don't have a beef with Aries. I love Aries. I love Aries. My nephew is an Aries, and he's the coolest person I know out of everybody. So I have no issues with Aries at all. None.
I don't have beef with Aries. It's just for me, it's the male Leos. I can't stand them.
I agree.
They are too charismatic.
I agree.
Now, female Leo, I don't. Just because I only have space for 2 Leos in my life, I haven't really made any other Leo friends. Jamie, you have, defied the odds of what I thought a Leo would be like. Because you actually seem more like a Libra, more level-headed, more cool. And I'm like, once you said you was a Leo, I was like, what? And then Geminis, I typically can't stand Geminis. But my girl Bondi is a Gemini. So y'all
I love really Geminis.
Making me think. I'm like, huh.
Since we're talking about Jamie and her sign, which is Leo, and I will say this, in regards to the Aries thing, I do kind of agree with Jamie because I have a friend that's an Aries and she's sort of what she described. No shade to her, but yeah. But let me start off with what I don't like Leos. I feel like in my experience with Leos, because Jamie is probably the only female Leo. Let me take that back. 2 of my close cousins are Leos. Mm-hmm. I feel like some Leos can be very dramatic sometimes, and they can be very sensitive about stuff. Because my cousins are sensitive as hell. Like if they feel slighted by me or something like that, they are going to let me know, but they are so sensitive. It don't even have to be that deep, and they're not sensitive like on a Cancer level sensitive, but they are sensitive to me. That's how I think. That's what I think about it. Anybody else? I know Jamie is waiting. Anybody else?
I don't have an issue with a Leo, so next.
So everybody likes Scorpio?
Terrence?
My ex was a Leo. I felt like he was cocky. But I don't. But that's like the only Leo I only kind
Male
of
Leo.
dated. So I really don't know anything about Leos. I know he was cocky and that was annoying as hell.
I
Like,
can't stand male Leos. They are very cocky. It's their way of the highway.
And
That's why
secretive.
they're like the lion. It's their way of the highway. They pig. They stubborn. And I'm a Pisces. Nigga, I'm gonna argue back with your ass. Nigga, fuck you. Like that's how I am. That's how I am. Like my mouth is very vicious. And I tried to talk to a Leo who could not handle my mouth. He wasn't used to people coming back at him like that. He was used to people doubling down whenever he spoke. Nigga, I'm not like that. Fuck you. What do you mean?
Okay, so next one is Nisi because she's a Scorpio. Now I'm gonna start that one off because most of my issues come from Scorpios. Like I do not get
There
along
you
with
go.
male
There you go,
Scorpios.
y'all.
Most of my beef are with male Scorpios. I can't really speak for women Scorpios. I have a lot of female Scorpios that are friends of mine, so they're not really an issue. It's the males that I bump heads with, and I feel like they can be very jealous and possessive, and not only that, they be plotting. Like when they feel slighted by somebody, they'll pretend like they cool with you again, but then they'll be plotting up in their head what they gonna do to fuck you up
I'm
while y'all
weak.
cool and shit.
Do y'all
So
hear
I'm
that?
it's
weak.
like,
Hear what?
you know, that's what I think
It's
about
like a
Scorpio.
slow talk, something screwed, chopped and screwed type thing.
It might be the Scorpio sitting here trying to fuck up the damn thing.
I hear clearly now. Embarrassing. No, I don't.
Think about Scorpios.
I love them. They are the best in the bed, baby. I walked the Oregon Trail on several Scorpio ceilings. Do you hear me? I
Oh
was
my
bounced from
God.
wall to wall, pulling the pose. Throw me in the closet, whatever you want to do to me, girl. I love me some Scorpios.
No,
Yeah.
you real had to run away from that conversation.
All right, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say, bro. You come back and
Jo-
say,
um,
Josiah, comments on Scorpios.
okay, so one of my I don't know. I was like I always fall in love with Scorpio men, but they don't love me back, or they're not into me as much as I'm into them. I know they do lie a lot because I caught a couple of Scorpio men in lie, but I think one of my exes was a Scorpio, and I was 17. I was in love, but it was never reciprocated. Like they never really cared for me how much I care for them. So that's just based on my experience with Scorpios.
Okay.
All right, Pisces. That's what Terrence says is a Pisces. So what y'all think about them raggedy motherfuckers?
I get along with Pisces, so they're usually my faves. All
thank you,
Pisces. I never
sis.
met a bad Pisces in my life.
Thank you, sis.
Pisces are dark people, especially when they're in their emotions. That's
I
how
mean,
I feel
yeah, we
about
could be a little emotional. I don't
it.
mind admitting that. I can get very emotional. I can. You right?
My man is a
But all
Pisces.
water
He's very
signs are
sweet,
like that.
Okay, come through.
very nice guy. So
Thank
I just
you,
said
Queen.
Pisces ain't shit. Your Pisces ain't shit. Okay, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about Pisces,
Mm.
like nothing.
Parents.
There's nothing to know.
Oh,
Um,
no, that's no shade to you, Terrence. I just never
Oh, I
was
know.
like
I
I never
know.
dated
Good.
never was cool. Well, friends with Pisces.
now,
I ain't think about her, honey.
for
She
the,
looked at me.
I say the best for last, which is the humanitarian of the zodiac is what y'all not like about us great people. I really want to hear it.
First and foremost,
Everybody except for Terrence.
First and foremost, you gonna say our name. We are Capricorn,
These are my
the
Capricorn.
Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. You gonna put some respect
What I don't like
on our name.
about
Capricorns are
Capricorns, what I don't like about Capricorns, and my mom and my brother is a Capricorn. I have an experience as a Capricorn. Capricorns are liars. That's what I don't like about Capricorns. They are also, I will say, they are finessers. They are great at getting what it is that they want. I will say that they can't really take no for they won't take no for an answer, but they definitely are liars, which is a part of their finessing, and I can't take it.
They are.
And they're
But
also
they're
very
great people, though,
and they're also very controlling. They're the same ways. They're bullheaded. They want things their way. If it's not done their way, they see it as wrong. This, and I know that because my mother was January 3rd. May she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. But Lord knows.
They're calculating.
Everything that Jamie said in regards to Capricorn, everything Jamie fucking said, it was about the last dude I dated. He was definitely a finesse because he knew how to get.
Exactly.
I don't even have to go into all of that. Everything he said was true.
Silent. Yep.
They know how to sell you a story so good.
You gotta say real. Is all of that
true? That's what they
do. Wait, what was that, Scotty? What you say?
I said, is it true? Is all of this true? I'm ready.
Not all of it.
You gotta say.
Not all of it. Not all of it. Are we control freaks? Yes. Do we think we're always right? Because we are. Do we like things our way? Yes, we do. Now, this whole finessing and lying shit, I don't know where the fuck that came from.
That's what that
okay. All right. I don't know where that came from. But we the go for the
I guess the term would be the gift of gab. Y'all have a way of wording things to manipulate and get what it is that you want out of people. Is that better? Is that more clear?
Wow. Okay.
Basically, what she said. Use a lie and the truth ain't in you. Okay.
Who's a lie? Who's a lie? Who said that?
I hear dog a holler. That's what they said. They said that.
Okay. All right. Now, what I will say, what I will say is, wait, Capricorns, we are very vindictive. We are very cunning. Okay, you sit here, you play with one of us. Trust and believe. There is a get back coming your way. You don't know when it's gonna come. But we gonna get your ass back right quick when you least expect it. We gonna hit you where it hurts. Now, but that ain't got nothing to do with conning and finessing. That ain't got nothing to do with that.
That may be why some Leos and Capricorns get along so well, because Leos can also be calculated as well. Like when Scotty said we're dramatic, I'm not dramatic, but I can be sensitive at times with like people that's close to me. And once you show me your hand, at that point I begin to see how I'm gonna move with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I get real calculated on your ass, and that's just what it is.
Now, I will say, I don't like all this Capricorn hate going on in the chat right now. Okay, because one of the Urshas said we the worst zodiac. Don't do that now. Don't do that. Okay.
Capricorns think they start the zodiac sign and they don't. I do because Aries that start the zodiac sign. Y'all just start the top of the year. But we'll let you
and again, we start and end this calendar year in America. So
that is my fellow Pisces sister. Yes, God. She's in the chat. You better bust through for the Pisces. Yes, ma'am.
Wait, Scotty, really? You gonna put in the chat, keep dragging the caps? Word. Word. Okay. All right. Cause I was sitting here being nice. I was being nice when on these ass motherfucking zodiac. I've been sitting here being real nice with y'all emotional ass motherfucking Aries. I've been real nice.
They are emotional.
But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Aries are not. You must have Aries confused with Cancer. Okay.
I have Aries and Cancer friends, and the Aries friends just be.
Okay, what we're not gonna do is drag the Aries. Okay, I don't know who hurt y'all personally. We're not gonna do that. Aries get along with everybody. We have hearts. Okay, we have a heart. We are caring. We look out. We put people before we put ourselves. Okay.
Okay, wait. I will give you that, Josiah. I will give you that. Aries are very caring. They are very giving of themselves. Yes, they are. But when you are done wrong, y'all think a Capricorn is vicious. You ain't seen the motherfucking Aries when you done cross them. Trust me, because I know.
We will be mad for 2 days and we'll let it go. And
you a lie. You a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
No, the Scorpio is the ones that you don't want to cross because that's whenever you get called crazy.
Exactly. That's what Scorpio.
I have Scorpio in my chart.
Okay, I'm Scorpio sun, and then Scorpio makes up most of my chart on top of that. So y'all ain't seen the other side of me, but
oh my god,
that's that.
Okay, so since we're done with the cavity corns, let's talk
cavity
about
corns.
Okay, I know y'all for
You know what? You
my side.
Scotty, you know what? I'm gonna call Nene Lease. I'm gonna give you this right here.
Now what is it that y'all don't like about Aquarius?
Y'all give up too easily. I
want to know.
Y'all be quick to cut somebody off without getting all the facts together.
Yup. I mean, any Aquarius I've known.
But y'all keep it real. Y'all keep it 100. That's one thing. Y'all keep it real.
I don't know about the keeping it real part, but okay.
They do. No. They keep it a bit too damn real, if you ask me.
Shut up, Jarrell.
They do. They be moving to their own beat.
We do not cut people off.
They love their privacy. They could be solo at times. My son's birthday is next week. He's in Aquarius. Not a Do I get an too? Goodness.
No, that was no, that was for Scotty. That was all for Scotty.
I'm not thinking about you, real.
No issues with the It's the motherfucking Capricorns and Aries.
Now, you're real. What are your issues? I want to know what your real issue is with Aquarius, since he got so much to say about us. And for those of you that's in the chat, we are not needy because I don't need not a damn soul. Okay,
somebody said Carisha is an Aquarius, and she's the prime example, child. Embarrassing. What y'all trying to say about Carisha?
She Aquarius.
Yeah, I was about to say, what does that mean? I'm missing it.
Y'all trying to say they slow? What is y'all saying?
They slow.
Aquarius are not pessimistic. Aquarius are not pessimistic. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, but we're not pessimistic. I hate pessimistic people, so I don't know what y'all talking about. That's not me. And if I see one more person say we hold grudges, I'm gonna scream because we don't.
You do. You do.
I don't think they do.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so my last relationship was like, I don't know, 5 years ago. My ex was an Aquarius, but I cheated on him. And he's still mad at me to this day. Like, I would try to check on him and stuff, and he would have been like, he would say, "Give me one word text, I'm good." And I'm just like still be seeing shade a little bit on social media. Like, I think that he still kind of shades me, and it happened in 2016.
I don't blame him. I still be mad at your ass too.
Oh my god!
That's why I am. I'm the same way. I still be mad with you too.
You know what? I can't even sit up here not lie with a straight face on because I do the same damn
Yeah.
thing.
I'd be like,
When
nigga,
I
what you
feel
need
if
me
a
up for?
person wrongs me, if a person wrongs me and they want to sit up here and want to take me and kind of check on me after they done wrong me, it's like they're like, "How you doing? Cool.
Right.
So is it
How you
safe to
been?
say that you don't
Cool."
hold grudges, but you don't let go of the past? Is that what it is? You don't hold grudges, but you don't let go of the past, basically.
I feel like I could forgive you,
It's
but I
fine.
never
I
forgive
hold
you.
grudges, but I definitely let go of
I forgive you, but I never forgive you.
It's like it's certain things that I would just never let go of. Like it is what it is. Like I would never forget it. Like sometimes if I forget a person, I have to question myself on if I really forgave them because what you did, I get mad all over again and I want to fuck with you no more. So it's like,
Okay,
I mean, even
and I'm
you
sorry.
can tell
Some
I
people.
hold grudges by. Oh, well, you can tell I hold grudges by the way I act on towards reality TV. Like there are people on TV that I still can't stand. And they did this shit 5 seasons ago, and they probably done grew past it. Like look at the Portia shit and the Rashida shit. I still hate them bitches because of what the fuck they did years ago. Cause I know if that were me, I wouldn't fuck with them. Period. For me, it's like fuck it. I do hold grudges. I can't even sit up here and make excuses. It's
That
like,
is
I
well,
was so
hilarious.
done.
And some people.
Y'all ready to speak.
but, but But just think about it. I have an Aquarius sun and I have a Taurus moon and
And you still ain't
Capricorn
shit.
I have Capricorn in my chart too.
Stubborn.
I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart.
Yeah, this
So, oh,
happened, and
very
I know a lot of
stubborn.
people are
Very nice.
asking, "Are you serious? Why you cheated?" It happened 5, 6 years ago. I mean, and I feel like my karma has already came back to me because everybody that I dated fucked me over. So
Well, well, Josiah, they're asking because I
Ooh.
guess they look at you as being, the angel of the group. So I guess that's why
oh,
they're going in on you because
I'm no
I'm
guys.
just
I'm
saying
not
no because
innocent. I was
We
arguing
know
stuff
Scotty
up
ain't no
so
motherfucking angel.
yesterday.
So I mean, we got to give it to you.
Right. And if
Excuse
Scotty ain't
me.
no angel, y'all
Excuse
know I
me.
damn sure ain't.
Excuse
Did I stutter?
me. What are
Did
you
I
If
trying
Scotty
to
motherfucking
ain't
say?
stutter?
I
angel,
am
y'all
an
know I'm not.
angel. I am an angel. Compared to you and Terrence, I am a fucking angel. So don't get it twisted.
Okay, you know what?
Compared
Satan,
to
you
us,
are
you
definitely
about
right. Satan, you
okay.
are definitely right because he was a damn angel too,
You
motherfucker.
about to compared to us, girl. Don't do us.
Mm-mm.
See,
I'm very
see,
innocent.
that's that Aquarius stuff. See, y'all trash. That right there.
What Aquarius stuff? What Aquarius stuff, bitch? What Aquarius stuff?
Y'all, I'm about to leave. Okay, I'm still in the office, so I'm about to go get me some the $6, late night box from Jack in the Box and go home.
Yeah.
You know,
I,
anyway, we're gonna
I'm
go ahead and end
hungry.
this. We're going on 4 damn hours. Let's just say that I enjoyed this conversation. This live probably is probably our longest live we done done because we went from reality TV to gossip to movies to fucking
Astrology.
astrology. We done went all over the place
Mhm.
tonight. But I want to thank everybody for showing up. Thank Jay Lee for showing up. Thank you, Josiah, for showing up even while you at work. Thank you for showing up, Jamie, Terrence, Uriel. Thank you for
Whatever, hoe.
always participating. See, I was trying to be nice, but I guess I just can't be
Try
nice.
harder. Try
But
harder. If you try a little harder, you wouldn't have to try me.
like I was saying,
If you try a little bit harder, you wouldn't have to try me.
anyway, like I said, thank you for showing up.
Is he trying to get
We
loud?
also want to take out
Are
this
we?
time
We can get loud, oh yeller. We can get loud. I will take you out to pasture right
Why are you
quick.
picking on me? I'm trying to.
I will take you out to
Why are you
pasture
picking?
right
I'm trying to
quick.
end the show.
We're in the
I'm
show here.
trying to end the
We're
show.
in the show hell.
Shit, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, bro. I thought you was so nice
Anyway,
and sweet when you first
I
came
wait,
on
no,
this.
I am nice and sweet.
No.
But what you not finna do is you not finna sit here and talk
oh,
shit and think I'm not finna say shit the fuck back. Know where your Scotty, know where your
I
help
didn't
coming
do
from. Know where your help coming from, young man.
it. Like I said, 'cause I'm sick of your real picking and trying to be a bully tonight. I don't understand.
Shut up,
But
Candace.
anyway,
Shut up,
like
Candace.
I was
Shut up,
saying,
Candace.
he ain't gonna let me close this out at all. He ain't gonna let me close it at all. But like I was saying, we also want to send our prayers out to Alex, who is in the hospital right now. That's why he wasn't here tonight. Shout out to Alex. Get well soon. I will be checking. I'll be checking in. We'll be checking in on you because you is in the group. So we'll be checking in on you and see what's going on and and see how you doing. So with all of that being said, you guys, this was a great episode of the panel. We'll be back next week, same time. I'm guessing we're going to continue to go on Mondays because I mean, your real said that even with Love and Hip Hop come back, we still could just stay on Mondays and not change anything around. We're going to continue to be your Monday night talk show.
Yep.
That being said, y'all, we out of here. Is there anything else y'all want the people to know before we end the broadcast? Where they can find y'all or whatever? Follow you guys on social media or nothing like that. Anything y'all?
Yes. Y'all, I'm coming up on my YouTube anniversary in April. I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers. We got like 400 more to go. So if y'all are watching this video, I know a bunch of y'all be watching our videos and y'all are not subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe, please. Thank y'all. Niecy Dixon on YouTube.
That's right.
Y'all, I'm kind of
Yes, get her up to 2,000.
I'm revamping my Instagram, so definitely follow me, guys, on Josiah's World TV. I will be doing more content and just kind of showing more of who I am, behind the gossip and hot topic. So check that out.
I just want to say, you know what, Josiah, I'll go ahead and say, you know what, I love Aries, fuck the Aquariuses. That's all I got.
Oh, help me, honey. I don't have too much. Subscribe. Jamie, that's me. And everything else everyone else said. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Terrence.
My bad. Y'all already know what it is, child. Hit me up. We gags over there, honey.
Well, with that being said, you guys, I love everyone. I love everybody watching. Thank you for the super chats, for the support every week, and we're gonna continue to get better every week. I love everyone except Capricorns, and that's it for tonight. I love you guys, and we'll talk next Monday. I'll see y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
And